All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Wire Tap episode 35. We are back from the break.
Tastes like communion.
What's communion?
What the crack is that?
Yeah, it tastes like communion.
Oh,
communion.
Oh, what you get at the church?
Yeah.
That's why I said where the crack is at.
Yeah.
Oh! I get it now. Okay, the little.
You a little late. It's okay.
No, because I thought you was being the R word.
No,
okay.
not at all.
Oh, okay.
He said it tastes like communion wine. I said, where's the crackers at?
I got you. But yeah, we back, y'all. Hopefully everybody had a good holiday. We're gonna start with a recap, then go into our topics. A lot has been happening, and this hasn't even been a full 7 days within this new year. As always, like, follow, and subscribe. And if you're feeling what?
Frisky, go ahead and comment, yurt.
We gotta get Jeff a little.
I do need a.
Yeah, you need your own saying.
Ice and ish.
As always, let's spin that intro. All right, y'all, we back, episode 35. Like I said, we're going to get into, 2024. Then we're going to lead into everything that's been happening in 2025. But let's start with our mental health check-in. We got Leah on camera this time. It's an extra camera.
There she go.
Of course, we are all gentlemen here, and we're going to let the lady lead with how her week was and where she is mentally.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So no, my week was this was a long week. This is probably been the longest week of 2025 for me.
Really?
Yeah. Work was crazy. Work was crazy, just a bunch of new processes, but I made it through. And,
That's good.
I'm good, thanks.
Keon?
I agree with Leah, man. Long week. Seemed like the holidays came back to back. Like, granted they did, but like it was like Christmas, and then it was Tuesday night all over again. Enjoyed my time with the family. I actually had a good time. Like, as far as like my week, and I'm combining the 2 weeks, like Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Did something slight for New Year's Eve at the crib with the family. Other than that, I had a good week. Looking forward to 2025, seeing what I'm gonna bring to the table for myself to further me, and I'm good, baby. Home life good, family good. I mean, yeah,
That's good.
It's like that.
How about you, Jeff?
I've actually had a solid week. I just put out my financial seminar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I've been able to drop that. I had 5 sales this week.
Right.
Okay.
Crazy.
Good. Clap it up for that.
I was like, that's fire, bro. I haven't even did my own drops or anything, so
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm setting out to do.
Okay.
It's feeling like I'm getting a warm reception back from the people.
Okay.
So that's been dope.
I'm listening. Keep going.
Yeah, I actually put in an app to be a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then so we're going
Another hustle.
Yeah, so we're going to finalize. And now it's my vision. I was in a conversation the other day, and I was telling somebody, I think the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur is trying to convince someone else to see the vision that you already see.
Mm. That makes sense.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes
As
sense.
an entrepreneur, I definitely
It's
agree.
I know what it
You gotta
is.
sell yourself.
Yeah.
So if we keep it in context of that, it's marketing, right?
Right.
And then everything else follows. Whatever else you want after marketing follows. The money, the prized possessions, whatever you're into, it all comes after having somebody buy into your vision.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think you got a good balance of the personal trainer and the financial?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's new. So.
I mean, yeah.
It's not I've had my personal trainer license. I've been licensed since October 2015.
Okay.
So it's been damn near 10 years. But I only did it for 2 years, and then it was I went back. Stayed in school, and then I went into my career path that I'm in now.
Okay.
But my mom was like, yo, don't let that thing lapse. listening to my mother. I always
Absolutely. My big friend, what she talking
recertify
about?
that John every 2 years, and then now it's like now I'm coming into my vision where it's like I want to combine fitness and finance.
Right. That makes sense because I think one of the biggest takeaways
Financially fit.
Yeah.
I see you, my boy. I see you, my boy.
Financially fit.
I ain't gonna hold you because my first fitness journey I went on because after high school I went from 190 to like 350.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I ended up losing 100 pounds and getting back down to 250.
Shit.
And from there, it felt like everything was coming together, and it felt like that was the first time I had saved a lot of money. And I don't know if it was just from the discipline that I took from the gym with my money, but I think those two definitely can exist.
I think there is a correlation between
Yeah.
that. Like, so it's like you can't be healthy in one part of your life and not
No.
be healthy in the other part. I think it all like plays a part. So if it's like spiritually, financially, like healthy,
Mm-hmm.
I think all of that
Mobile.
plays a part.
Mobile.
And so like now I've been able to like piece everything together. So like this week it was just like very refreshing because life been kicking my ass.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's
I'm,
kicking
in,
all our
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
That might be the first real.
Some other time. I dig it, baby.
And then so that like to have that shit happen is just like, all right, we on the path. You just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You gotta figure this shit out along the way.
See it through, my boy.
Yeah.
And shit.
The change always comes when you feeling the most pressure from whatever you're trying to do. I realize that like the moment, it's almost like that moment where you starting to decide to give up or to keep going.
Yeah.
Something happens that reminds you like you gotta keep going.
What they say, you gotta get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you could work out of being uncomfortable and finesse it or however you gotta do it, then you are. If you can't be uncomfortable and get out of that space, then yeah, you pretty much doomed.
That's like funny thing was for me and then I'll close it, but like
No, go ahead.
like my ticket sales and shit. Like at first it was just like a couple, and then I was like, yo, I gotta swallow my pride. Yo, let me go into the gym. Let me talk to the gym manager and be like, yo, I need a part time right quick, bro. I had to humble myself, and he was like, yeah, I got you. And then like that night, it was like I was just getting notifications for like people just like buying. I was like, shit, I did that a long time ago.
And then you can
I'll
correlate that.
ask you off camera what gym it is, or if you want to.
Oh, you fit. Oh.
Yeah, you fit in Randallstown.
Oh, right here.
All right, damn,
Yeah.
I ain't telling all that.
Oh, my fault.
Ops, bro. Financial ops.
Now you got fun.
But now I was saying like that's gonna help you even more because like that relationship. Like I know another personal trainer, and I'm pretty sure you may have seen him online. Shout out to Jolly B. We did an interview like when I first started. He had a gym like off of Washington Boulevard. It was a nice gym. But the people that he was meeting along his journey, like there's some real like he trained Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
He trained somebody from DC from Real Housewives. I can't remember the young lady's name. He I know some of the lawyers that he trained with that I see him training with. Like I don't know them personally, but I see them at the courthouse. So it's like that right there is a line for you because now you can introduce the financial side of it. And even with people like that, because I know most people's biggest complaint when they come into like getting personal trainers, they're like, oh, I don't got the money. And you be like, oh, I can find you the money. Let me see what your finances look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
damn. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But that's right. Nigga, you try, you know.
One of the first things people cut is your personal trainer. That's why I got out. But at the end of the day, it's all relationship based. Even with like my relationships in terms of like finances, people are like now hitting me up like Jeff, you still do what you do with finances? And I'll be like, yeah, because I only talk to you one time about your finances. Like we all grown ass people. I'm not knocking down your door for you to talk to you about
Before you get your
finances.
life in order.
I only tell you once, and then it's up to you. And then, because I know how personal money is for everybody, I know how emotional it is. So I'm not about to beat down your door. So it's like when you're ready, I'll be here. Like I'll remember the conversations. I make fucking notes about them. So when we talk again, I already know what it was we talked about. So like now, those relationships just like starting to come, and so it's like shit starting to come together, and I'm starting to see it. But like
Yeah,
Just-
like I said, is that you just need it. to make that one little uncomfortable spot you was in, you decided to keep going and you were rewarded for keeping going.
Yeah, I mean,
you just found another way.
How was your week?
My week was cool. Everything's been slow because of the holidays, so nothing really been going on, nothing happening. It was cool. It wasn't a stressful week at all. It just really relaxed. I got put with a judge permanently. I got to pick her, so
nice.
That was the one I picked. Other than that, it's been cool.
That's what it is. That sounds like everybody had a real good, productive week. No negativity in the week. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that.
Well, I did. I'm gonna take off camera though.
Yeah, but nothing that overpowered. Your overall good week, which is peace. I like that when we all kind of had a good week around the board, and there's no
bad energy coming to the party. Yeah,
that's what it is.
But Leah, let's start off with our first topic.
All right, so we want to do a 2024 recap.
Okay.
So I put some highlights on there. I stole those from Uncle Murder. Thank you for your 2024
Shout out to Uncle Murder.
recap.
Shout out to Uncle Murder. Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah.
For the 2024 recap.
Yes. So some things we could talk about: music, culture, viral moments.
I guess the first part, which we probably should talk about, is Cat Williams' interview. That's what kind of set the year off.
Yeah.
That interview really set the year off crazy.
Because he didn't lie.
Because we made a lot of predictions.
A lot of predictions that he had spoken on had came to light. The one that comes to mind, of course, is Diddy.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one that comes to mind. But I think he was speaking to a lot of the weirdness in the industry, because did Quiet on the Set come out in 24? Or was that 23?
Quantum said that was the Nickelodeon joint?
Yeah.
That was 24.
24. So it's like we got to see. Did you see it?
No. But
So Quiet on the Set was about the
it was like, I know
the grasp of it. Yeah. So after that interview, it was like the Diddy thing, then the Quiet on Set thing, and then it's like all this weird shit was starting to pop up. I always thought Hollywood was a weird place in general because we've all been hearing the whispers throughout the years.
Right.
But I think this year really shed a big light on the weirdness of celebrity.
Right.
Yeah, it just built on the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And then
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
It is the Me Too
It's the
movement,
move-
just in another round.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what I think. Again, that was probably the biggest takeaway. Just seeing, and I got a question for y'all, just not to get too off track.
Question.
So when, all right, I asked this question before, and I'm pretty sure if you're a victim of anything crazy, you are not going to ever get over it, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna use Chris Brown as a good example of this. And I don't know if people just didn't think he suffered enough, or he didn't, whatever the case may be. But in my mind, he served his time, did what he was supposed to do, and on top of that, he was forgiven by her. I think they were seeing at a game together later on. So am I
the Lakers game, but remember in the bio, sorry to cut you off, but in the bio, he was still dating Karuchi.
Yeah.
And he told her he was running to the store.
Yeah.
And then this nigga's at the Lakers game sitting courtside with Rihanna. You know how wild that is?
Yeah.
To tell somebody you running to the store and you're a celebrity, like a top-notch A-listed celebrity, and be caught sitting courtside.
I don't think he cared.
my
No.
daddy said he was going to get cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm still
He
waiting.
never
But I'm
come
just
back. He ain't never come back.
two things can be true at once. You get what I'm
He's on his
saying?
way back.
He might have really been going to the store and then got a phone call like, "Hey, I'm in
Yeah,
town."
but that's just some wild shit.
It
though,
is
bro.
wild.
Like,
It's wild.
To lead to say I'm going to the store and then be courtside. That's like equivalent to
Every lie is wild.
every
Yeah.
lie is wild, but it's wild when as a celebrity.
on a nigga's account.
You got when you leave out your door as a celebrity, you got 1 million cameras on you. So you saying you going to the store, nigga, you really got to be going to the store. But like you said, he really just did not give. Go ahead.
Now I was going to say conspiracy theory moment when you said that. So Prince was outside of a Walgreens and there wasn't a bunch of cameras surrounding him. And
It was not.
And it's Prince outside in Minnesota. in front of a Walgreens.
Where's he from?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay. I never knew where Prince was from.
Yeah.
And like every Walgreens is pretty much on a corner,
Yeah, it is.
and like nobody.
I wonder, is that strategic
I don't know.
for them to place him there? It's a random ass question.
It was just a random
anyway.
thought. But anyway, that's on topic.
So when do we, as a society, yeah,
2024.
When do we
It's our
forget?
first day back.
yeah, when
goddamn.
as a society do we just let it go? Because I see with Chris Brown every year since that situation has happened, it always comes back up, and I'm like, well, he served his time. He did the community
People
service.
never gonna let it go.
And he really didn't have another history of. I mean, there was rumors with him and what's her name,
Karrueche.
but outside of that, he doesn't seem to have a history
Yeah,
with.
but people are never gonna let things like that go because one, you're in the public eye. One, two, and I'm not saying that people. No, actually,
People do let it go. It just depends on certain
no,
people.
yeah,
Just let it go
people don't be letting that shit go, and people don't be having no fucking business of they goddamn own, so they pay attention to the shit that has no relevance to their own personal life. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things like when you in that public eye, if you were to do the same thing, guess what? If it made Baltimore Inc. or some shit like that, guess what? That shit would be there and gone in the same light.
That's one thing
because you're not a celebrity.
I noticed too about. I mean, even with celebrities, I've noticed too. Like lately, so much shit is happening that people have like that little 15 minutes, and then the next thing happens, and then the next thing happens. Because like even as I'm going down this list that I'm looking at. Like we started with Cat Williams, then it was I think the Quiet on Set came out, and then everybody was talking about that. Then it was Diddy,
Right?
You get what I'm saying? And then you got the YSL trial. Then we had the beef with Kendrick and Drake.
No, Kendrick, Drake,
Rick Ross, ASAP
Cole.
Rocky, Cole.
You know what I mean?
Like the year was. It wasn't a weird year, but I felt like it was so much that happened in 2020.
Right, a lot of stuff I completely forgot about. I forgot the Olympics was this year. And so I started to recap, like, oh shit.
Yeah, the Olympics was. And that lady embarrassed
Ray
breakdancing.
gun.
And now that shit is never coming back to
Her
the
name was the
Olympics.
Ray gun.
It's been a wild. I mean, what's your biggest takeaway from last year? For me, like I said, it's probably the Diddy situation because I don't think anybody saw that coming. Pause. But what was your biggest? Oh, and of course the Drake beef. That was pretty big for hip hop. But outside of that, anything that y'all noticed that was very like eye catching? I see you got the Andre Flute album. I didn't even listen to that shit.
Yeah, that shit. I didn't even see. If I knew about it,
I ain't listening.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. And me as a music lover, right? I was like, let me just see. And I was like,
Yeah, the first song didn't hit, so I just
no, I can't get with it. I tried it, and I was like, nope. And I'm a music lover. Most things I'm like, you know what? I can find something intricate in it and say, you know what? This is kind of fly. This is dope. I was like, no.
You guys are harsh. I actually listened to it.
I can picture you with your glass of wine going like this.
walking
Scatting.
walking around in linen and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jeff was in the house scatting with a silk
What's that
robe
shit
on.
they do? Saging and shit.
Yeah, saging. Skipping. And he in the background.
He definitely did. That's why he laughed. He definitely was saging in that bitch.
Bro, I was in the bike on, and the lady told me that. She was like, "You better throw out that sage. That ain't in the bike."
You know what that flute instantly made me think of, bro? I don't know if anybody's. I'm sure. Well, most people seen this movie. Anchorman when Ron Burgundy did the flute and get busy with that joint. That's what that shit reminded me of. I'm like, not Ron Burgundy.
Which,
Yeah.
One can express himself artistically.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. I respect it. You know, he stepped outside of the.
And I love an instrumental. I will listen to an instrumental.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Yo, so I don't know why I keep catching my eye every time I look over there. Dame Dash teeth.
That was funny.
When they fell out on camera. You old nigga, if you don't sit down, and then did you see the latest joint where he's Dame Dash try to throw Kevin Hart in the mix and was like, yeah, I gave him his first start, and when I'm down, he didn't give me no money. Nigga, he's 53.
Yeah.
You made a lot of bad business ventures that didn't pan out. Nobody owes you anything. Had he talked to Jeff and got his financials together, he would have been fine. He would have had real teeth.
So I do not like the destruction of Dame Dash.
Me either.
That we're seeing right now. But I also believe...
It's a crazy fall from grace.
But if you go back and you look at the history of Dame Dash, it's always him deteriorating his relationships with people.
Yeah.
And at the end of the
I was
day,
about to say, has he ever been graceful?
at the end of the day, it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
So you think it's, and this is a question, no, matter
Go
of
ahead,
fact,
go ahead. No,
you
finish.
listen.
No, go ahead.
Do you think that his arrogance ultimately is why he is where he is? He's a very arrogant motherfucker.
He's also a very bright person. He's a very bright person, but I think his delivery is why he is. Like his delivery
Is why he's where he is.
So everybody can't handle how he speaks?
I think because he's like so emotionally invested, right? So
Right.
like it comes off as harsh. And it looks harsh. And it probably is harsh.
Yeah.
But that's passion, though.
But
when it becomes, I think once it gets to a line where you can't tell between the criticism and the disrespect, that's when it becomes
he
a
is a little
problem.
disrespectful. I watched a really, it was panning out to be a good interview with him that he did a year and a half ago with somebody in the industry who I could tell was really excited for him to come on, and he was just so disrespectful the whole interview. And I was like, and this man was somebody who could get you connections. He was new in podcasting, but he had a lot of money, and you just come on his show just with this arrogance, and I was like, ugh, tone it down.
So
Yeah, that's it.
So
Yeah.
somebody was like that. He speaks as if he was scorned.
I think right now he's speaking because he understands media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he understands, hey, if I say this, I can get this response, or I can keep my name going if I say, yo, I put Kevin Hart on. So he knows all the biggest stars. So it's like, yo, I put on Kevin Hart. I was down, he didn't get me. So now what do? We talk about.
But then you got to ask yourself too. Well, because from what Kevin Hart appears to be online, as far as I've seen, he is very generous, and I think my next question would be, well, what happened between y'all relationship for him not to do something like that?
Like y'all did one movie, which was Paper Soldiers. That's where Kevin Hart was in. He's like, I gave him his first start. You gave him his first start as a movie role, but he was already doing stand up around the city and traveling with that. You did give him.
It's like,
but what do I owe you?
That's what I'm saying.
Like you got a check for that shit.
Right.
You got paid off that
you got
shit.
paid, yeah.
So
What the fuck does he owe you?
I mean, it's like if we like take it a few years back, it's like Ice Cube put on Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker launches into doing $20 million a movie with Jackie Chan. You don't hear Ice Cube saying, yo, you ain't putting me on. And this
because you doing bad now. So now you feel as though, well, if you was, I feel as though if Dame was still Dame,
it'd just be the conversation. Like,
it'd just
put him on.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah.
But now that you down bad, it's like, yeah, I put that nigga on and he don't even.
And the crazy part is, because when you say down bad, I'm thinking like, well, what is bad? Because I remember this.
It's all relative.
Yeah,
it's all relative.
Because like,
I'm
listen,
talking Hollywood bad.
no, I was about to say, 'cause I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Not
remember
my down bad.
when T.O.
My down bad.
Remember when T.O. had that show
$3
on VH1, and he was like, yeah, man, I only got like $4 million left. I'm broke. I said, this nigga, you got what? $4 million? Like,
Right.
You broke?
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You are not broke.
It's levels to the shit.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
somebody was like, he just can't live how he used
Accustomed to living.
And if he don't have no more income, he wanna run through that $4 million if he don't make adjustments.
But also $4 million to you and $4 million to him.
It's completely
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
But had he
Because
had
once we make
Jeff,
like $100 million, we like.
had he had Jeff
He'd be
as his
good.
financial
He
advisor,
might not, because Jeff can lead you to water, but you still got to drink.
Nah, he'd be good.
Yeah,
Nah, he'd be
he'd
good.
be
You
good.
should go.
He'd be good.
You know what I'm saying? But
Jeff
like,
would be like, listen, Mo, we ain't spending no more money.
Hey.
Money.
We gotta peel back.
oh, buddy. No, you cannot get that Urus. You don't need that.
But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to get into some more of this 2024 recap leading up to 2025. We'll be back. Like holding people accountable. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
All right, y'all. We back from our break. We about to get back into this 2024 recap. I think we left off talking about, what did we leave off talking about?
Fuck if I know.
Fuck if Leah knows.
Oh, we talking about Dame Dash.
Dame Dash. Yeah. We talking about Dame Dash.
Who's next?
Who's next?
What else happened last year? What else we had?
Well, some positive news. LeBron James and his son made history. First father-son duo to play.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's dope.
Really?
I mean, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope, but it's like
It's fire.
he shouldn't have been there.
Nah, that's dope.
That was for optics. It was for optics. Though.
I mean, even if it was for optics,
Yeah.
it's fire as a
thing to
as
do,
a parent.
yes, I agree with
to
you.
have your child following your footsteps.
Yes, I completely agree with you on that aspect.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that. Like Jeff said. Go ahead, Jeff.
Bro, he got his son a job.
Yes.
He got his son a job in a corporation that he does not own. That shit happens.
Nepo baby. Yeah.
Like, nepotism is a thing.
Yes, this is a real thing.
And
Right.
he was able to do that shit on the grandest stage. Like, that should be saluted at. That should be just saluted. Because,
You know what, Jeff? You absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not
You absolutely
disagreeing with you on that aspect.
If you could put your child in the position
I'ma do the same thing.
to succeed,
I'ma do the same
you're
thing.
going to do the same
Don't
thing.
nobody
So,
say that
yeah.
about fucking Bill
Yeah,
Belichick.
you right.
Part
Yeah,
of his
bro.
new deal, his like, yo, like, my son gotta be next.
No,
in
you're
line.
right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with, like, as far as
Shanahan. You look at the NFL, it's full of nepotism.
that side of it, I don't disagree with. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right, because if I'm him,
You're right.
I'm doing the same thing.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it.
He right.
But what
He
I'm
right.
also thinking about is the long-term effects that's going to have on Bronny, because a lot of people feel like you didn't earn to be here.
I mean, fuck the long term.
Yeah,
long-term
fuck
effect.
I mean, people think about that shit.
I mean, yeah, people think about that, but he's still gonna
Who's
continue
to
to
say
get
he's not
paper.
thinking about that?
Bro, he's the son of a billionaire.
True, but who's to
He's-
say he still want to be his own
I'm not.
man?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that
he is.
I'm not saying that he's not, but yo, at the end of the day, yeah, fuck all that shit. Right now, and I'm speaking from the outside looking in. Right now, this is what I'm doing, right?
Right.
And I've been put in a position to earn my own money. Granted, my father's a billionaire, but I'm in a position to earn my own money. And it's not like he didn't work. Is he the top athlete at the end of the day? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, he did put the work in. I do hope that
He's getting better though. I'll give
him
that.
I'm just talking about just him as a man. I do hope that he, finishes college and get his degree in whatever it is that he studied in, to have something to fall back on, because the NBA is never guaranteed.
He's
At the end.
he's fine.
I mean, yeah,
But-
I'm just
but
saying,
even-
still get the degree.
But even
Go
in
ahead.
that regards, right? He's the son of a billionaire.
Right.
He ain't gotta wake up every day to fucking grind the way that he's grinding
This is true.
to like get there. So like you gotta know that he has a love and a passion for
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all.
and he has the work ethic.
Right. I
Fact.
don't doubt. That's why I say he's getting better. I don't doubt that he has a love for the game. I just personally didn't think he was ready to come up.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I think he should have spent more time at what was that, SC?
Yeah.
USC, yes.
No,
Wait,
SC, not USC. Is it USC?
It's US.
USC.
I'm thinking UCLA. You're right. You're right.
SC is South Carolina.
Yeah, you're right. I just feel like he probably should have spent a little more time there and got his game a little better and then came up. But I also think because LeBron probably about to exit soon, they wanted to get that.
Yeah, but you see, Bryce
history.
just committed to Arizona State. You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
wait.
Arizona.
Arizona.
He's the one though. He's the one.
Yeah, he the one.
He's the one. Him and Melo's son.
Yeah,
They the one.
Cayenne.
Yeah. Didn't the Wade have a son that played?
Yeah, I think he's in like the African League.
Oh, he didn't. He
Yeah,
didn't.
African League?
African
Yeah.
Basketball
Wow.
League.
Let me ask y'all this. This was a topic of discussion at work the other day. Someone brought up, like, how can you consider yourself a world champion if you're not playing the world? Now, I know with football that would be a lot more difficult because every country don't have a football team.
Correct.
But when it comes to basketball, most countries have a basketball team. Do you feel like the NBA should expand into playing in Europe and all that stuff instead of doing it just in the Olympics?
I think they will. But like it's a representation of everyone, so to speak, in the NBA.
You got a point.
And like that's where the whole world champion comes from. And then it's like it's the best athletes in basketball represented in the NBA. And so I think, but to your point, I do think the league will expand to like, hey, let's play some European team.
Portugal.
Yeah, because the European teams are starting to get better. They're not like the ones in the 90s.
Yeah, they're not as.
Yeah, they're not like what they used to be. They've gotten a lot better.
I mean, go ahead, my friend.
I think with I think they're testing it out, so to speak, with the NBA Cup.
Okay.
I think it'll be a way for them to then incorporate a European team, like your FC Barcelona, your German team, your Yugoslavia, whatever team they want. And I think they'll start to incorporate that, or like the African Basketball League, once they build that up a little bit more. I think they will incorporate those teams in like the NBA Cup type of thing.
Yeah, because I think that should really be a thing. Because it's like, I think that would make, because we were talking about why the league is losing viewership, because that was a thing last year. And I said I believe because the game isn't as physical as it used to be. Like back in the day, I don't remember the games being over fucking 90 points like that.
Yeah, that's because these niggas is everybody Steph Curry on that motherfucker. I mean, but to your point, it's like they're better athletes than what the years that
prior. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're better athletes, and in years to come.
Because wasn't they struggling a little bit?
Who's that?
The USA team.
Yeah.
But like that was in the details, right? And this is what no one talks about except for me because I'm awesome. But
Jeff's awesome, y'all.
No, but like here it goes right here. No one like throws into like consideration that the NBA team is only thrown together for like those 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. Like they don't come together.
Yeah, they're not meshed. Yeah,
they do that in 8 weeks, and they're playing against teams that's been playing since they were like 15, 16, 17-year-old, and then they like bring them up into like their feeder programs, and so like they have that continuity. I think what the NBA should do when it comes to like European basketball, like during the summer leagues, bring your USA teams, bring your junior teams, and just have them like practice for the summer every year.
I forgot that this is your subject because you hooped in college too.
And I had it very well. And like they should do that. If they do that, then you have that continuity, and then we're back to blowing teams out. It just becomes so.
So you're saying because they don't have the relationship,
and they build that while they're there in the process, and you got to be like, damn, like they really. If you think about it from that, you be like, yo, these is top dogs. But everybody was like, oh, they playing the closest game. It's like, bro, they don't know each other on the court.
Yeah, they usually oppose.
They're usually playing against each other, and then they wait every 4 years to play with each other.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yo, if you do that, let's say you do it in the summer league every summer, and you be like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We just gonna have open gym the entire, because all of them come to Vegas anyway during the summer league.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna hold like training camp every year from here on out. And then now you can pick and choose your team. Now you got that continuity. Now you got your feeder and your grassroots programs.
I got you.
And then the NBA, like our American players, are back to blowing out
the European team.
Yeah, I feel as though like even like to add on to that, like even with like I think it expand further as well because it's like
can we like put a pin in this?
Okay, yeah.
Somebody's gonna steal that. And we gotta make sure we get credit for
it. Okay,
so like the USA basketball team, like whoever see this, this F Usher, this the Wire Tap shit.
What Jeff said. What else we got on the recap for 2024?
I wanted to see if y'all want to dabble into music. I just was like went online and just trying to get a recap of some of the albums that came out this year.
Okay.
Would y'all want to just name off a couple like your best and worst albums of the year or the most memorable
for
albums?
me, the best album. Damn, that's.
I was like, some of these people, I don't even remember.
Yo, you know what I do respect? Because you thinking hard. You know what I do respect?
Because I listen to a lot of music.
I do too. I respect 21 Savage coming out with an album at the top of the year.
I just saw that.
He came out the top of the year, January. That's a hard quarter to come out with an album, and that was a good album. Do I love 21 Savage as an artist as a whole? No, there's some songs I could do without. but that was a good album that he put together. The top of the year, Tim's put a good album together this year. Of course, Glow.
Yeah,
Big Glow.
Yeah.
Glow had
I would
a
say
good album.
Shit,
Bryson.
Women had a good year overall.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because Glow. Then I'm thinking of Dolce. She had a good album because that's when my mind went first to Dolce.
Dolce. You said Dolce at first.
My
I said,
fault.
who?
Yeah. I don't know if we can throw Kendrick in there because it's still in my rotation, but
It's still 2024.
It made the 2024.
Yeah, so we count that. Who else came out with an album?
Cole had a cool album.
Cole had a.
Might delete later. Was that it? Was that the album?
Yeah. Okay. What you was about to say, Jeff?
No, I was.
Who else came out with an album this year?
So
I think and just hear me out. I think what's Shorty name? For her to venture out and go solo, I think JT had a solid album.
And to like, hey, let's play some European team.
Portugal.
Yeah, because the European teams are starting to get better. They're not like the ones in the 90s.
Yeah, they're not as.
Yeah, they're not like what they used to be. They've gotten a lot better.
I mean, go ahead, my friend.
I think I think they're testing it out, so to speak, with the NBA Cup.
Okay.
I think it'll be a way for them to then incorporate a European team, like FC Barcelona, your German team, your Yugoslavia, whatever team they want. And I think they'll start to incorporate that, or like the African Basketball League, once they build that up a little bit more. I think they will incorporate those teams in like the NBA Cup type of thing.
Yeah, because I think that should really be a thing. Because it's like, I think that would make, because we were talking about why the league is losing viewership, because that was a thing last year. And I said I believe because the game isn't as physical as it used to be. Like back in the day, I don't remember the games being over fucking 90 points. Like that.
Yeah, that's because these niggas is everybody Steph Curry on that motherfucker. I mean, but to your point, it's like they're better athletes than what the years that
prior. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're better athletes, and in years to come.
Because wasn't they struggling a little bit?
Who's that?
The USA team.
Yeah.
But like that was in the details, right? And this is what no one talks about except for me because I'm awesome. But
Jeff's awesome, y'all.
No, but like here it goes right here. No one like throws into like consideration that the NBA team is only thrown together for like those 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. Like they don't come together.
Yeah, they're not meshed. Yeah,
they do that in 8 weeks, and they're playing against teams that's been playing since they were like 15, 16, 17-year-old, and then they like bring them up into like their feeder programs, and so like they have that continuity. I think what the NBA should do when it comes to like European basketball, like during the summer leagues, bring your USA teams, bring your junior teams, and just have them like practice for the summer every year.
I forgot that this is your subject because you hooped in college too.
And I had it very well. And like they should do that. If they do that, then you have that continuity, and then we're back to blowing teams out. It just becomes so.
So you're saying because they don't have the relationship,
and they build that while they're there in the process, and you got to be like, damn, like they really. If you think about it from that, you be like, yo, these is top dogs. But everybody was like, oh, they're playing the closest game. It's like, bro, they don't know each other on the court.
Yeah, they usually oppose.
They're usually playing against each other, and then they wait every 4 years to play with each other.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yo, if you do that, let's say you do it in the summer league every summer, and you be like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We just gonna have open gym the entire, because all of them come to Vegas anyway during the summer league.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna hold like training camp every year from here on out. And then now you can pick and choose your team. Now you got that continuity. Now you got your feeder and your grassroots programs.
I got you.
And then the NBA, like our American players, are back to blowing out
the European team.
Yeah, I feel as though like even like to add on to that, like even with like I think it expand further as well because it's like
can you like put a pin in this?
Okay, yeah.
Somebody's gonna steal that. and we gotta make sure we get credit for
Okay,
So like, Grant Hill,
just
the USA
let Jeff
basketball team, like whoever
Yeah.
see this,
let
this
Jeff
Usher,
cook.
this
Yeah.
F Usher, this was the Wire Tap shit.
What Jeff said. What else we got on the recap for 2024?
I want to see if y'all want to dabble into music. I just was like went online and just trying to get a recap of some of the albums that came out this year.
Okay.
But y'all want to just name off a couple like your best and worst albums of the year or the most memorable
For
albums?
me, the best album. Damn, that's.
Ass.
I was like, some of these people, I was like, I don't even remember
Yo,
what they dropped.
you know what I do respect? Because you thinking hard. You know what I do respect?
Cause I listen to a lot of music.
I do too. I respect 21 Savage coming out with an album at the top of the year.
all about
Yeah, I
it.
just saw
I forgot all about
Yeah,
it.
He
he came out the top of the year, January. That's a hard quarter to come out with an album,
Yeah.
and that was a good album. Do I love 21 Savage as an artist as a whole? No, there's some songs I could do without, but that was a good album that he put together. The top of the year, Tim's put a good album together this year. Of course, Glow.
Yeah,
Big Glow.
Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glow had
I would
a
say-
good album.
Shit, women.
Bryson.
Women had a good year overall.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because Glow. Then I'm thinking of Dolce. She had a good album because that's where my mind went first to Dolce.
Dolce. You said Dolce at first.
My
I said,
fault.
who?
Yeah.
Gabbana?
I don't know if we can throw Kendrick in there because it's still in my rotation, but
It's still 2024.
It made the 2024.
Yeah, so yeah, we count that. Who else came out with an album?
Cole had a cool album.
Cole had a-
Might delete later. Was that it? Was that the album?
Yeah. Okay. What you
That
was about to
was
say,
cool.
Jeff?
No, I was playing.
Oh.
You didn't say
Who else came out with an album this year?
So a lot of people-
I think and just hear me out. I think what's Shorty name? For her to venture out and go solo, I think JT had a
Oh yeah, that was a
had
good
a solid
album.
had a
That's what I said,
solid
women had a
album.
good
That was a
year.
good album.
Women had a good
You know what I
year.
mean?
That was a good album.
Like she, I think she had a solid album
And
this
you know
year.
who produced that album?
Nah, I don't.
Jeezy.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why it sounds. If you really listen to
It's
it,
trap.
yeah, it reminds me of
That's why he
Jeezy.
on the remix.
Yeah, it reminds me. Jeezy
Like
was
she
the
had a
co-producer
solid
on that
album. Who else had a solid album this year?
R&B, I really love.
Thug. Gunna.
Oh yeah, definitely Gunna. Yeah, we got to throw Gunna in there.
Gunna had a
Yeah,
Thug too.
Thug.
Thug
yeah.
joint was cool while he was fighting that case. For
I ain't really like Thug.
I mean, it was okay, but
Yeah.
for you to be fighting the case and still putting out music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the testimony. And
Oh, Offset. I like that album. But just hear me out. I mean,
for me, Chief Keef definitely had a good album.
see, that's where you lost me.
Yeah, nah, that album was kind of fire.
Yeah, I'm
that,
not-
that album was fire.
When you said Chief Keef, only thing I can think of.
You gotta listen to
fuck, nigga. Nah.
He not rapping like that.
I didn't say that he is, but that's what the
Yeah.
first thing that comes to
I
my
can tell
mind.
he's grown up a lot. If you listen to it, he's grown up a lot.
That new Will Smith.
Living in Calabasas will do that to you.
Yeah.
Right.
That new Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Will Smith, yeah, shout out to
Nah,
Will.
Dirt album. I'm joking, but that song with him and Jonah Lucas was fire. But Dirk had was that? No, that wasn't
Yo,
this year. That was
speaking
23.
of Dirk, bro, he
Dirk
might
Ross?
be done, bro.
Yeah, like it's getting
Like, yo,
ugly.
Yeah.
I watched, and I don't even know how I found this shit, but I came across this channel that broke down. It was 3 hours. The
Are
channel.
you talking about the documentary? That
Yeah, it was like.
What
three-
was that on?
the same
on
dude that
you-
did the King Von.
Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Okay, YouTube.
And the way he broke that shit down, I was like, dude, yeah, he might be done.
I don't like that. I don't like Buddy.
Yeah, you know what? And this is
That's a dangerous thing to.
Well, the thing I can appreciate, he did say before the video started, he said, everything that I'm about to talk about is public knowledge. Right? So it's like, if you do your homework, and the average person ain't doing all that shit. I can
no, they not.
admit
They
that.
want you to. Most people want you to tell them, and they just go around with that. Instead
No,
of
because
going
some
to
people
that.
will look at that as like, oh, you adding fuel to the fire, but at the same time, all the information that he has, they already have. So that's why I'm like,
yeah, he ain't dry
Okay.
snitching or
yeah,
snitching.
yeah,
as
yeah.
a
It
whole.
ain't like he
Yeah,
bringing
yeah,
new public information.
Yeah.
Bro, but
But I get what you're saying because they're not a part of our culture, so they don't understand certain things when it comes to
it's like, bro,
culture.
like, look what you're doing though.
Yeah.
Like, and the other side of this, I think, like Charleston White, he was like, yo, fuck that nigga because of that mama, her baby ain't coming home.
Right.
or whatever. So I get that.
Yeah.
Like I totally get
Yeah,
that.
because that's the fucked up side.
That's the fucked up side.
We only looking at the negative that he did, but that's somebody's father. He got 7 kids.
No.
No, he's speaking to the
the
victims.
The victims.
Oh, the
talking about
victims.
victims.
Yeah,
Oh,
Charles
okay,
White was
okay.
speaking to the victims. He was like,
Pardon
fuck
me.
them. He was like, fuck them babies. He was like, cause that mom or her son ain't coming home. So I get that. I'm saying in terms of the social media guy that's putting on the YouTuber.
Yeah.
Who's like doing it. It's like, bro, let it relax, bro.
Yeah.
Because this is now you're making money off of this shit.
Somebody's trauma.
Yeah,
no,
somebody's trying.
and now
yeah.
you're bringing trauma to everybody that's involved in this
That's a
situation.
documentary you can say about any documentary to do. Like, you know how many serial killer documentaries I'm watching here while I'm working? And I just keep thinking, like, damn, all these families, all these
Yeah, 'cause that Jeffrey Dahmer
And they highlighting the
The
killer.
Jeffrey Dahmer
Now-
shit.
now-
Way more than
now-
Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
No, I know, but
yeah,
like,
it's
the-
way more,
the
but they
Jeffrey
highlight
Dahmer shit.
they highlight the criminal
Yeah.
instead of the family. But it's like what I don't know.
No, but the Jeffrey Dahmer shit, that was the first time I ever seen a family like fight back. As far as like not having it, because it was, I'm not gonna hold you, it was a great series.
Right.
But at the
So
same
was the
time, like you
Menendez
said,
brothers.
yeah, but at the same time, like you said, it's rehashing
Right.
Old
old
wounds.
wounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So,
like even like with the Menendez joint. Like I watched that joint from, and I think that was a great depiction. I think the actors were phenomenal in that joint. I thought that was a great series. But you know, and people like oh well, they were raped and blah blah. Oh, I'm sorry, I probably
It's fine,
shouldn't say
it's
that.
fine.
But you know, people were harmed in this situation. The brothers were harmed in this situation. Yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Okay, cool, I get that. But y'all still chose to take a life because ultimately you wanted that bread.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I feel as though it no longer makes you a victim because you thought about this. Like, okay, I could just leave. They could have just left
Right.
and ran away and been poor, but they said no. Let me off my parents and cover it up so I can still live the same lifestyle. You're not a victim. Like, granted, you are in a sense,
definitely
but your heinous crime supersedes your victimness, if that's a word.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because
Alright, go ahead.
the thought process to me could also be, I want a reward from my victimization. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was victimized. I want a reward from this.
Yeah, but no, bro.
Like,
Like,
press charges or sue them. I don't know.
like there could have been other ways that you could have went about
I mean,
that.
definitely, you absolutely
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like-
but I'm just saying, are they really completely wrong in that matter? I mean,
I'm not saying that listen. I don't know
They're
what
heinous.
I don't know.
On his wife in prison.
I don't know what crime.
with the man.
Yeah, how you cheat on your wife in prison? No,
I
with
mean,
another person that was coming to visit them.
Yeah, it's possible, I guess, but I don't know what pushes. I mean, of course, I know what pushes a person to murder or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's a build up. In some cases, some people have short tempers and so on and so forth. But and I'm not saying that the parents get a pass if they did do the things that the Menendez brothers said that they did, right? But these people birth you. I'm not saying that makes it,
Right.
that doesn't say kill them, but
Unalive.
to kill your parents, unalive your parents. I said kill like 30 times.
You know, these-
And I said it again. Yeah, get me off camera. But yeah, to unalive your parents is heinous. Like, what's that little 13-year-old girl? I forget what state it was, but she killed her mother.
Unalive.
Just
I'll say
stop
that.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else because I'm not gonna remember the word.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that? Or
no, you're not. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Even when talking about an event?
Yeah, when you on TikTok, Instagram, you can.
okay, so
Like I won't be surprised if I go over there and my live got kicked because he said the R word, but we'll see.
okay, well,
Sorry,
well,
guys.
mine's didn't because I
But you remember last time you said the F word.
because they know I'm a
and,
gangster.
and they
Gangster grandpa. And
Yeah,
proud of-
whatever. And you feel me?
and they turned my
Yeah,
joint
they
off.
ain't kicked me out
But,
yet. So unalive is the word that I have to have.
I just think
in my brain.
after watching that documentary and being more informed on the situation and how he was putting lyrics together, like in one particular situation they unalived somebody and he got unalived by a tree, and then like a week later the song that was released said you keep messing around you'll be found by that tree. So it's like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like you can't.
Right.
Yeah, you have to have a different type of mentality and or brain to unalive another individual. Like that's like
I don't think it's hard.
I don't think it's that hard, but like, you know, to unalive a person with a firearm is different from knifing an individual. I'm gonna give you a wild.
Either or.
Go ahead. It's still wild.
same
Right?
level.
Wow, bro, like,
I'm gonna give you a true story, y'all, and I won't, name, said person got a good job, government job, right? Mm-hmm. It's a fact. Got a good government job, and somehow, some way they passed the background check, so on and so forth. They had beat temp unalive charge, right? Beat it, boom, get the job, so on and so forth. They stabbed another female 5 times in her cranium, and the young lady was in a coma for months. For a while. I'm not sure the exact time span, but she was in a coma. Came out of the coma and, was like, yeah, this is the person that did this to me. So task force and all of that went to this individual's job and locked this young girl, like 22, some shit like that, locked her up for a temp unalive charge. And I'm like, yo, that's why I say a stabbing is more personal than, like, your brain gotta go somewhere deep to puncture a skull or your flesh. Like, you hear that. Mm-hmm. You know how much rage you gotta be in to stab?
Some people.
I think it's either or.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think.
Yeah, you're saying it's more personal when you do that. I mean, if anything, me as the investigator, that's just telling me a story. Versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
it's just
stabbing.
it's just
we all know that stabbing is more personal.
Yeah,
that
they
usually
always
refers
that's
to that. Like, that's going to refer to either a love triangle or something involving something where the person knows.
Yeah, and no. If I'm in a spot and I don't got that you know what I mean, that joint with me, hypothetically, but they let me in with this blade, and I see the dude that was trying to unalive me in there, and I can I guess that still makes it personal, but sometimes it may be a case where somebody up on you and you need to get them up off you, and it's the
the protection that you have.
Yeah. Statistically, 95%. Like, who?
I thought it was like. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I thought it was like 2/3. 2/3 of all people know
who.
I'm saying they're unalive person.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's like 2/3. I don't know if it's
so. It's
true.
never. It's not. It's very slim that it's random.
Yeah, like, and speaking of that, like the young man that you sent me, Raheem. Like, I know this young man personally. This happened December.
Should we be talking about this?
No, but like I'll say this. I think
take that out.
I'll believe it.
Let's just go to another topic.
Yeah,
we was on
dark.
We was on Dirk and we went left.
I
want to talk about the Dirk thing.
That's what happens when you talk about dark stuff.
Yeah, we go down rabbit holes. Let me tell you about my grandma.
We had the CEO thing.
No more unalive stories. No more unalive stories.
I mean, we can just get the shootings out the way. The CEO, Trump, allegedly got shot.
You know what I find interesting about that? That's frustrating about the situation that we're going to talk about later is that Republicans, it's almost like they just really completely ignore the facts. Because, like, that situation that just happened in New Orleans, they kept bringing it up about how he donated to Democrats.
So do we have to go down to Democrat and Republican?
No, hold on. I mean, it's. I'm just speaking in something. I just always wanted to talk about this because it blows my mind. But the people who tried to unalive Trump, they were Republicans.
Keep it up on my unalive you.
But the irritating part of that situation was like it got ignored. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, oh, just because they were Republicans, though, they really wasn't for the party.
Right.
But I'm like,
oh, you saying that they ignore things when it's relevant to them, but highlight.
yeah, because I'm like both
I see what you're saying.
situations.
It's like a pointing a finger type of situation.
But the weird part
Is that
is
what y'all trying to say?
No, they
it's
hide
like
stuff when it like
they move the goalposts
yes,
essentially.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it's like both of those people who attempted to do that were Republicans.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm like, oh, there's a problem within y'all party.
Right.
But that situation that happened in New Orleans,
Oh, we wanted that. Before I got to turn my head around.
who wanted that?
You see my hat? Stop playing.
It's a brown hat with a shitty bird on it. But
Wow.
but I just always find that interesting. Like they just when it comes to like issues within their own party, they always move.
They always will do that.
Go. Like I was on a live today that was talking about how Elon, he came here on a work visa or a school visa and it ran out. Technically, that makes him what?
Illegal.
Illegal.
So you saying he never got his paperwork?
No, eventually he did, but
Yeah.
for like 10 years
Right.
he
He's
was.
an illegal alien.
So I was hearing the people on TikTok like the one guy was like, no, illegal is illegal, and the other guy was like, well, he was adding to the economy of America.
It doesn't
and America
matter.
And America. He was like,
because that doesn't apply to anybody else that's illegal
for
here.
Barack because he was born in Hawaii and allegedly he was not. Oh, that crazy.
but I just thought it was funny because like the dude was like, but illegal is illegal. It doesn't matter. Illegal is illegal. If y'all are so
Wrong is
upset
wrong,
with,
right is right.
Yeah, if y'all are so upset with illegal immigrants, he was illegal. Okay, yeah, he was adding to the American economy, but he was illegal. So,
Right.
But they was, of course, the Trump people was just moving the goalposts. What else we have happening?
What we got going on, baby?
A bunch of shenanigans. I'm gonna talk about celebrity breakups.
No, I don't care about that shit.
YSL trial, the celebrity YSL.
That was that. I think that
It was
went
like
on too long. I'm
hilarious.
happy that that eventually came to an end. I truly don't understand how it was able to even go that long. Pause.
It's great.
Welcome home, Young Thug.
Yeah, welcome home, Young Thug. I don't.
Welcome home, Big Meech.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Beach
came
on.
home. Yeah,
Yeah, Beach on. They try to
I
put
seen
him
a
on the
good.
internet too.
I seen something that someone said, and we gonna come right back after this
Yeah, we can come
commercial
back.
break. We don't have a commercial, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we back from our break. We're going to continue with this 2024 breakdown leading into 2025. Yeah, I mean,
We'll get to our topics.
Let's get to 2025.
Yeah, I'll
we
predict.
want to get to the topics?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can get to
You
the
had a
topics.
story though. You wanted to talk about.
What was the story? I can't even
They
remember.
don't even know. So yeah, let's get to our topics.
What were we talking about?
Some of the shooting or something. This is so unprofessional, y'all. So I need to start.
It's a podcast. nigga.
Yeah, we've been done this a hell of times.
Yeah.
Let's get into the topic.
Yeah.
All right,
Come
let's
back
start.
from break, like, it's almost so completely different every
Let's
time.
Let's get into the topics.
Let's talk about the topic. We're moving on from the 2024 breakdown.
Yeah, 'cause that
We'll do
shit
that.
that should go on for the whole pod. That'll be the pod 2024 wrap up.
All right. Well, we can get into top of the year. The first thing that happened, January 1st. Want to get into that? The January 1st, the unknown suspect rams car into a crowd, killing
Well,
10
we know him
innocent
now.
people.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. And
No, you good.
injuring more than 30. Some are believing that it's an act of terrorism. However, it's been noted that he is an American citizen and a military citizen.
First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to those people.
Yeah, 15
15
souls
victims.
lost.
Yeah.
Lost their were unalived.
And it seemed like every time they talk about one of the victims, it looked like they were about to embark on something like to change their lives, which is even more, heartbreaking. Yeah, it's like, damn, you was about to change your life.
College graduates and so on and
Right,
so
people
forth.
just coming down and celebrate the New Year, like that's terrible.
But that's what terrorism is. It's one of those things that where
They
people,
strike when it hits.
yeah, they want to cause as much, they want to cause pain.
terror.
Yeah, terror, essentially. That's what they want to do. The one part that I found interesting, though, was someone who, I guess a person that was from there, I saw a tweet that said they have a barricade that usually is lifted up that wasn't lifted up that night. Like one of those metal barricades
I know
that
what you're
come
saying.
from
So
the,
do you think that was Like so I'll say this, and the reason this is why I'm asking
You
that,
getting your conspiracy bag.
let me get in that bag. They said that, he didn't act alone.
No, he didn't.
That's what they said.
Because they found multiple pipe bombs.
Yeah, and they said they had multiple Airbnbs and so on and so forth. So that's why I was about to ask the question: do you think that barricade was purposely let down for him to
Get
do
past
that?
it? Well, one, he went around the barricade. That was one.
Right.
Two, I mean, given the climate of the world, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, nothing surprises me anymore. Like, you want to believe one thing, but then it's like, boom, something else comes up to have you believe something else. So it's either one or two things. Because what's that saying? Like, when the obvious isn't the answer, then the impossible must be the answer. You get what I'm saying?
I've never heard that saying.
It's something like that. I'm saying it
this
wrong.
is the first. I'm like,
No, I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's like it's like when pretty much like when you've gone down every possible avenue that makes sense, then the one that doesn't make sense is probably the answer.
That's detective talk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like for instance,
Sherlock.
yeah, that's all it means. It just means
Sherlock
like logically, like if this cup is in front of Jeff, this is probably Jeff's cup. But then Jeff is like, I never drunk from this cup.
And I'm it's like, Leah's.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I know it's not mine. I know it's not Keon. And Jeff's saying it's not his. And I have no proof to support that. And Jeff is very adamant that this is not his cup. The only person left.
Process of elimination.
Right, is Leah. But in my mind, I'm like, that doesn't make sense because she's all the way down there. But
right.
Or
it could be Jersey's cup.
Or it could.
Don't count that boy out.
Well, I didn't listen to the. We watched the CNN Live thing on it, and one of the chief, I don't know the term. Anyway, he spoke and he was like, and they mentioned the barriers being down, and he was basically saying like, the barrier should have been up, but the man could have got there either way by just going around another street that didn't have a barrier and would have came to the same thing.
But we don't know that. That's
a hypothetical.
Yeah, because it's like
some
some things. Like one thing I've learned about being in this field is a lot of things is put in place to deter you, not necessarily to stop, but it's to make you think twice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if that barricade would have been up, he might have been like, well, if that one's up, then
the other one's might.
All the rest of them
yeah. So it could have just potentially stopped him.
I'm gonna do something else or not do it.
Yeah, or not do it at all. So it's like we can't even say that because it's what I'm saying.
Right.
If he was determined, he probably still would have found one, but.
And it's fucked up that we had to start the year off like that.
Well, we started the year off with two incidents because it wasn't just that one; it was the Trump Tower bombing.
Oh yeah, with the Cybertruck.
Yeah. That was our next topic actually.
And he was military as well, Marine, correct?
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was gonna go like to that point. Like, let me take a step back, and it's like, bro, like homegrown terrorists, like that's a scary.
We want to see a lot more of that.
And I think, and then with that, the picture that you sent, the meme or the Twitter link that you put in the chat, like it had like the meme or the Twitter is saying like this may be the metaphor for 2025, like Trump and like Elon and like things of that nature blowing up, going to the shits for real. Yeah. And it's just like, bro, like these are unfortunate situations because we, the public, are the ones that suffer.
Yeah.
And then they said, did you see that they said, the Marine that was in the Cybertruck suffered from a gunshot wound.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that shit out. In
front of the Trump Tower. So I'm like, did he get shot or is it self-inflicted? And then he drove there and then the truck blew up. But I will say this, and I'm not saying I don't know how or why the Cybertruck blew up, but Carl, right? He was saying, he's a firefighter. He was saying that, these Teslas are prone to catch fire, blow up, because the bottom half of the vehicle itself is a big ass battery.
Yeah, it's a
like he's an EMT / firefighter, so he said he's had several situations.
And they can't put those out. They have to wait till they burn out. I didn't know that. I learned that recently. Like those, what they call them, aluminum batteries.
Yeah.
You can't put those out. Lithium.
And Carl spoke to that. He was like, bro, I've been to, in his firefighter career, as of, Tesla's launch, he said, I've been to several fires where there were no occupants in the car at all, and the shit just catch on fucking fire.
That's scary.
But at the end of the day, I don't think what everybody is missing it's electric.
Yeah.
And so
Woogie. Oh.
Yes.
that's fair. Maybe showing your age, but that's fair.
You were showing your age.
But I get it.
I heard that from my grandma.
Nah, I got it. But like again, it's electric, so it's like whatever that current is, that wiring or something, like it can go wrong.
It can ignite.
Well, remember,
or spark or whatever the case may be.
I was explaining to your man's earlier because he was like, remember he said he was like, why would he think a truck would take out that whole building? I'm like, yo, you remember the Oklahoma City bombing? I'm like, that whole truck took out half the building. I'm like, it's possible. I said, and plus he had other bombs inside of the vehicle. I just think something went wrong.
Which is also another homegrown terrorist.
Right.
So the Cybertruck had other...
Yeah, it was other bombs in the truck.
Oh, and his plane didn't play out the way that he thought it was.
Supposed to hit. Yeah.
Shout out to him for being a dumbass.
Yeah, man.
At least he just hung himself. But I was listening to y'all saying the homegrown terrorism. But I'm like, now it seems like we like every other country because every other country has homegrown.
Well, the problem is, all right. So this is my theory, right? If you're familiar with Roman history, Rome was one of the longest lasting civilizations, and then it collapsed on itself. And a lot of that came from just home. I guess in that they didn't have the term for it, but a lot of that was like homegrown terrorists because you have a government which is
rebels.
Yeah, a government or rebels. Yeah, you have a government that's depleting and just taking and taking and taking and taking. So in my opinion, I don't know. I didn't really like. I know the premise of it, but I never dived into it. So I think possibly what happened was you had outside influences that were able to corrupt citizens.
I agree.
Right, and I think that's the same kind of concept that's happening here. Like it's like because the New Orleans situation. That was he said he was a part of ISIS, right? And it's like, well, how did ISIS influence a native from Houston, Texas to do what he did? I think we're going to see a lot more of that shit happening because
but
people are just fed up.
That's the same thing with with cartels. You know, they you know, unfortunately, like they say, money is the root of all evil, and or
the love.
The love.
Some I say the lack.
The lack, the love.
Yeah.
If we're quoting scriptures, the love of money.
The love of money will have the most sane moral compass set straight, will have you do the wildest things. Some people, not all, some, and or if somebody show you pictures of your children, like, hey, if you don't do this, blah, so on and so forth, and still pay you on top of that, it's like, okay, cool, let me go ahead and just get it done. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never been put in that position. I don't want to be put in that position. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, just that part. You know, it's.
I just find it, and like I said, for me, I feel like we're gonna see more of this because more people are becoming, quote unquote.
I pray that we don't
ballsy. In a sense, I think we are because people like the one thing I said about that CEO situation that happened last year was that it was going to inspire.
Yeah, and they said that. But did you see that the thing that they said when they went to his house? He had an underground tunnel in his house. You know, I sent you the link for that.
Yeah.
He had an underground tunnel, and then that same whatever weird. I don't know if I can say that, but the weird symbols and all of that, that same things that was on those walls was found in Luigi's house in a book. So it was said that he was allegedly set up to be the fall guy for the death of that CEO, but the CEO wasn't living his life right at all as well. So it's
hold on. You said, hold on, who had the secret tunnels? The CEO? Or
the CEO.
Oh, the CEO.
CEO. Yeah, in his house. In a bedroom, underneath the floor, they pulled the rug up and had a secret door, had stairs, blah blah blah.
Is it real or just like some?
So this is what I read.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
I'm saying it clearly. Like, this is what I read.
Okay.
I did do a semi deep dive on it. I can't prove that it had FBI quotes and so on, not like just quotes from the FBI, but like FBI people confirmed this. So I was like, okay, cool. I read it. It seemed credible.
Right.
Don't quote me. I'm just telling you what I read.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds interesting.
You know what I mean?
I just think, like I said, that Luigi shit, because a few weeks after that, another guy stabbed his boss at work, which was another CEO.
Yeah.
So
I seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he stabbed his boss at the meeting.
Got active on this boss.
Just got up in the meeting and was like, I'm just going to stab you.
So I think people, again, we are... I think the issue with social media right now, and I can't remember the country, but there was a country that went into civil war that was caused by Facebook. Like, Facebook was new to the country, and people had all these ideologies and theories and...
Not the first friend Zuckerberg caused it.
Yeah, so, like, I can't remember, because it's on a documentary called The Social Media Dilemma. If y'all ever get a chance, check out The Social Media Dilemma. It breaks all that shit down. But a civil war was caused by Facebook because of the misinformation that was being put out through Facebook.
Propaganda.
Right. So,
and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Right.
So
go ahead.
It's supposed to be Ethiopia, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was the country. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's propaganda. Like, and that's why I say, you know, I'm telling you what I read. I don't know it to be true or false because I'm not hands-on.
But your average person don't do their deep dive, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I will. My fault.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, but like with the homegrown terrorists, and if we're speaking to like the New Orleans incident, right? The internet, as we know, eliminates time and space.
Yeah.
So you can travel and go anywhere with the internet, and then it's like now we're using social media, and it's like you search one thing, you don't know, and if he's saying he's a part of ISIS, it's like okay, so somebody in ISIS got a thing.
Type of word that joint back.
He's already had military training. And then you put in with ISIS, and then it's like, okay, now it's that propaganda feeding and things of that nature. So I don't know the tricks of ISIS, but it's like, okay, let me show you what they're doing to our people.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is what they're doing to our people. Now you feeding into that, and you get all that rage.
Would you consider it as gaslighting?
I mean, sure. I mean, because now it's like, okay, they're like, because they won't. I mean, I'm not gonna say they, because I don't know the tactic, but it's like, this is what they're doing.
But I'm gonna tell you something interesting. So I took a training recently with bombings, like a bomb training class, and they would. So of course we got onto the homegrown terrorists.
So you know how
topic.
like
somewhat
like push a button. Sorry.
The funny part is the whole time she's like,
and I fed into it.
the funny thing is she kept saying,
goddamn button.
I fed right into that.
The funny part was she kept saying like, I'm not going to teach you how to make a bomb, but essentially like you learn how to.
Yeah, I mean you got to defuse it.
Yeah, but one of the
precautionary measures.
One of the things that I found most interesting when we got on that homegrown terrorist talk was like the number of books that are available like from Amazon. Like she showed us like
YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, but she showed us like it was probably like a stack. Like she was like, you get all these from Amazon, and one of them was an ISIS book.
Yeah,
in English, and you could get all of them from Amazon. So it's like I feel like people when they go into this,
I feel as though that we probably shouldn't say that because people be like, oh shit,
It's a known fact.
It's a known thing.
All right.
I don't think we putting anybody on like it's a known. I mean, don't get me wrong, you'll have a few.
You can find whatever you want to find.
Whatever you're looking for, you can find.
I want to be like, the Wire Tap showed us that.
No. We did not tell you to be terrorists. We're not telling you to do that.
I swear to God.
But
I got work in the morning.
I feel like a lot of this shit is happening simply because people are just fed up. We don't trust our government. Our government hasn't really been supportive in handling what we feel is important within our society and what we deal with day to day. And that's why you find these people falling, I'm not going to say victim, well you can say victim. We find these people falling victim to these ideologies that go against what we are as Americans.
I'll just say this, and I don't want to go like deep, but every empire is falling.
Exactly. And I think it's just
You
alternative.
think it's I want to say
It's just alternative. It's alternative.
So what's gonna happen?
I don't know.
I don't know. What else we got?
We're about to get into the aliens.
Yeah.
No, what we got next?
Stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into some skank hoe shit. Alleged escort tries to disrupt commander's safety,
Oh, I
Jeremy
thought that was
Reeves'
crazy.
engagement by releasing false accusations that they had slept together.
Did you see Did you see him like respond? He was like, lawyer up. Like he's just like, lawyer up, ho.
I just said.
Do we know that they're false?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got the wrong person.
Oh.
I would say clout is a dangerous
Oh,
drug.
I wish I knew how to sell it.
Yeah,
Oh, the
you been saying this
escort
since
got the
day
wrong
one.
I wish I knew how to sell that shit.
It's a
Yeah,
dangerous.
she had the wrong John.
Yeah, it was the wrong person. Yeah, it was the wrong. It was the
Should we
wrong.
know who she's sleeping with?
Yeah, it was the wrong. I think it was a a commander, but she just had the wrong commander.
Dumbass.
So and then he DM'd her talking about she need to lawyer up.
Right.
But I think
For 70.
I think it's funny how like
10 on the gas.
and I really want to understand the thought process. Why do when people I'm gonna say
to the
people
party with it.
why do people
Don't you goddamn snap at me.
cause y'all talking on the side and we trying to keep it going. Why do people when people see people advance in their relationships, why do the side bitches always come out? Or the side, because you can see like the Hunter, what's his name? Travis Hunter situation. People
Everybody
come
wanna
out.
be the head coach.
They compared Travis Hunter to Forrest Gump and Jenny.
What?
They did
Tell me the comparison.
because
I don't
I'm
get it.
Forrest Gump.
So you know how Forrest Gump in the movie Forrest Gump, he loved Jenny with all his heart, and Jenny was a hoe. Let's call it what it is.
She was a free spirit.
She was a free spirit, and this
That's
girl,
a hoe.
yeah, that's a hoe.
Yeah.
That's a hoe.
She had community vagina.
Yeah, and this girlfriend
A hoe.
is kind of on track to be.
She's not though.
I didn't say she was a
Yeah,
hoe,
yeah.
but it's what she's portraying and what people
I don't even-
assume. It's what people assume.
Yeah, I mean,
Of
I
her.
think it's because like Jeff said
She
earlier.
making bro. Yo, she took away. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had to say this. She took away his whole Hall of Fame moment with her bullshit.
It was the Heisman.
Did she be
I said Hall of Fame.
media?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn, nigga.
Heisman. I'm
God,
sorry.
damn, that boy good. God damn,
Yeah,
you got it. Yeah.
She took
Ain't
away his
even have
whole
a play yet.
Heisman,
She
glory.
didn't do it. The media did it. But how they know that crap?
Yeah, but she didn't live it down. Like you making him look lame on.
Is she making him look lame, or is social media making him look lame?
Right.
She is. They are. We are.
I mean, but you gotta think perspective is everything, and the media is very powerful with how they want to
yeah,
twist
but it just made
remember,
Buddy look
she didn't
look
become
crazy.
relevant until the whole situation that happened at the game. That's when she became relevant. They've been together for what, 2+ years?
Yeah, and then it happened. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
But I think it was some whole shit for them niggas, whoever she was dealing with prior to him. And he even admitted, like, yo, this was before they dealt with each other. I just was trying to get some traction off of
Clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully everything pans out for him. I hope he has a
will.
successful NFL career, which I know he will. He plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Pause. I don't know, that sounds crazy.
It did. It was good.
But I definitely wish him the best with Reeves. That escort picked the wrong John, wrong guy, wrong time. He proposed to his girl
Right.
after the game.
But why do you think women
I was there. But go. I didn't see it.
flex?
Yeah,
But why,
I'm sitting behind the goalpost.
Nah, I was on the 50-yard line.
Why do you feel like people do that? I hate that. Like, I
Because
really
you want to
hate
be,
that.
you want to be there. You want to be that. Like everybody wants to
Right.
be.
Jealousy, envy.
All this
all
cool
the
shit.
above.
Don't call us.
I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't like if we would have shot what I wanted to shoot, like my wine and well. Yeah, you could have came to the game, but don't worry about it. I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, keep going.
Oh no, but it's like everybody wants to be. Like, you want to be the number one, right? So like this is my way of showing my hurt, and then it's like I can bring hurt to every party involved. So like that's why I
Trauma
think it.
bonding.
So it's like, yo, like if you, cause like take aside this situation, right?
Okay.
So it's like, okay, let's say this situation was true, because it's supposed to go to another store. You just picked the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this guy's like, yo, like you selling these false dreams. Yo, like, yeah, you gonna be the one, blah blah blah. But then I turn on the TV and I see you proposing, and it's like, oh, then you got me fucked up. Right now I'm hurt. Now I gotta
hurt people.
There it goes.
Yeah,
and I gotta bring her to everybody in this situation.
So let me ask you this, and we're gonna end it here because we only got 5 minutes left. Why are men put to a standard to like? Because when you say that, I understand that completely. Like it's like, okay,
no.
You play with my
Tom. This is actually like a real topic. I'm gonna let you finish your spill, but I feel as though that we should take the break and then tap into this because it's actually a real conversation.
All right, well let me ask the question. Then.
Go ahead,
and then
ask
we
the
can take
question.
a break.
I'll write it down so we
So
remember.
my question is, why are men supposed to be player in a situation after they get hurt? I mean, don't get me wrong. I do believe some shit is corny.
Hear him out.
Like for instance, I've had videos of women I dealt with who have played the shit out of me, like played the fuck out of me, like played me. But it never, my mind has never went to like, well, bitch, I'ma release the motherfucking video.
Niggas do that all the time. Revenge porn.
You can't do that no more.
Okay,
You can't. But I'm just saying,
it's now turned into a crime.
Man,
Look. We gonna take a break
and we're gonna come right
We're gonna
back.
be right back.
Porn, all that other crap.
Alright.
Let me do it again.
Y'all put your greasy ass chicken fingers on my diamond.
All right, y'all. We back from the break. We had some chicken.
We had chicken.
Chicken break, nigga.
Yo.
Yes, we took a chicken break. Please don't kill us in the comments and talk about how we black eating chicken. No, we did not have watermelon. That's stereotyping. But anyway,
No Kool-Aid.
no Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yo, when last time you had Kool-Aid?
Shit, it's been years. It's been
We
years.
talk about that in the shop, like
I ain't had Kool-Aid in
and
forever.
shit like
That
that.
used to be a summertime staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
do that shit no more.
Especially after you was hot outside all day, you came
Or
home.
drinking Sunny D, like that shit was gonna hydrate you. All that
Yeah.
shit did was make you more dehydrated. Yeah, all them good vibes.
But before we went on break, I was saying that
Vibes.
why are men expected to not?
To keep it player during breakups.
Yeah, like Jeff had made a good point earlier when he was saying hurt people, and I was saying like through my experiences, I've had experiences where me and a particular person with their consent filmed some things,
Right.
and they essentially may have hurt me later on, but my first thought was never to not to release or show any type of act, sexual act.
Lewd act.
Yeah, I like my first thought was never to go like, well, you know what? Since you broke my heart, bitch, I'm gonna show you sucking dick. Like it was never.
That shows the character of man you are. But
No, I know, but I find it very interesting that and we was talking about the Travis Hunter situation, that, and I know you said earlier it was clout, which I 100% agree with. Definitely was clout because he even came out and said that. But I just find it interesting that like you have some men who handle it in a respectable way, who don't share the L. Right. And you have some men who get online and will, demonize that woman or that person, because you never know what people dealing with these days. But I just find it interesting that we're supposed to be held to a higher.
But
I don't think y'all are supposed to be.
I'm lost on this.
Yeah.
I'm
So I just felt. All right.
I'll answer the question.
You essentially know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Because I don't.
I can answer the question, right? It's more common, and I'm not saying that it pertains to all women. It does not.
Right.
But it's more common for a woman to air out her dirty laundry on social media or tell said girlfriend and spread the word
essentially,
around.
That's what I'm saying.
I disagree. So many celebrity stories.
I'm not saying that. I said I said it's not all women. And then when a man does it, you're looked at as
a clown,
a bitch, and so on and so forth. When it's one of those things that's, in my eyes, it's a double standard.
Yeah,
No.
like Jeff said earlier, hurt people.
Yeah, I don't think the woman is praised for doing that. I think they looked at it as clowns too.
No,
That's why I think
sometimes
they not.
sometimes
No,
it's
they
like, yeah, girl,
Yeah.
tell your business, but it like so. If,
Okay,
No,
prime
we
example.
in the business because we just
Listen,
know
hold
you,
on.
but we
Prime
treat you
example.
like a clown. Like,
Okay,
why
prime
are you telling
example.
all this shit?
I'm gonna give you a good example. I can't remember the play. Was it what's my boy that's down in North Carolina, NBA, the one that had problem losing weight, Zion. Remember,
Okay.
he went through that scandal.
He's from South Carolina. He's in
North Carolina.
No, he's in New Orleans, but he's from.
Oh, New Orleans, yeah, New
I got
Orleans.
you.
You're right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Remember the situation he had with the girl, right? She online releasing all types of documentation about their exchange. Rightfully so. I mean, I get it. Like, I guess you could say she wasn't in the wrong. I thought she was in the wrong
in that
because that's
instance,
personal
he was supposed to pay
information.
somebody and he didn't pay him, right?
No, it was,
What was it?
she was pregnant, I think.
Oh.
Something
So,
like that. I can't remember.
I don't know the whole situation, but you can draw parallels to what we were talking about with the Commanders guy. It was a chick, let's say a stripper. I don't know her profession.
Yeah.
But let's say
She was a escort.
okay,
A lady of the night.
Yeah. Lady of the night.
a harlot over there.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Scarlett, yeah.
I was gonna say
Scarlett Johansson.
I like harlot, but
Yeah, Harlot. I think Harlot is the actual.
the harlot is the actual word.
Yeah,
but-
thank you.
Sorry,
It's the sarcasm. I love this shit.
but no, let's
That's why you're
say
here.
thank you. But it's the same situation, right? It was a girl, a side chick, a guy selling dreams, marrying another chick, or in Zion's case, it was a side chick, a guy selling dreams, and then now you're posting, hey, this is my baby mother type of thing, and it's like, hey, but what about the life you said that you promised me? Okay, now I'm gonna show the receipts of X, Y, and Z, because again, probably in that situation, dreams were being sold, and now someone is hurt, and now I gotta spread this hurt. And now I'm gonna show everybody this hurt. I'm gonna show what we talked about behind closed doors.
Right.
I don't think that is right. I don't think it was celebrated. But again, giving that we're public figures, or given that they're public figures, okay, let me air out this, and then
Yeah, I've seen people that I know personally on social media
That's
get
not-
up there,
yeah.
that are not famous at all, air out their dirty laundry, and of course, I'm here for it. I'm looking at it.
I mean, yeah,
But
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the shit out of it.
To
I'm gonna
Leah's
read it.
point, I'm reading it. I'm like, yeah, but that's some clown shit. And it was a female. I'm like, you gotta have a little bit more class than that. And may it be a female or a male, like, bro, you gotta have a little bit more class than that. Like, take your L, lick your wounds, and call it a day. I don't think either sex, should air their business out on social media, but you be the same people that say mind your business. No, you told me your business.
Yeah.
You made it public. Yeah. So now I'm in it. So, unfortunately, when I see you, because I know you in real life, I'm like, so what happened with that? You have no right at this point, in my eyes, to be like, that's none of your business.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? It's weird. Like, I don't know why social media has become the platform to display your hurt, anger, happiness, so on and so forth. Some things
that one question, what's on your mind?
Yeah, it
Well, not
does,
even
but
just
some
that,
things
but-
some things are just like
I remember my best friend explaining this to me because I used to trip off of like how
cut
like
people off.
Sorry.
my fault.
Okay.
But my best friend said something. She was like, "Yo, you can't tell people how to grieve, and if that's how they want to grieve, that's how they want to grieve."
Yeah, then so be it.
I mean,
Like,
to me, they look foolish, but
yeah, but if that's how you feel as though you need to get your shit off, then by all means do that. It looks foolish to me as well. Like, yo, unless you know me personally, and when I'm going through something, I'ma tell you. I'm not gonna tell Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, X, Bluebird, whatever the new. I'm not gonna tell none of them people. It's gonna be.
I mean, I think too. A lot of people just want that validation right away.
Yeah, and that's weird to me too. Like,
but you gotta be careful that because to me, you don't. Like, I was never one to really share too much of like personal shit I went through in my relationships because I don't know what a person's intent is. Because yes, you could be coming on here to try to give me advice, but your intent might be that you want to fuck with me too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just never.
That's why I never go to social media with certain problems.
Yeah, because that makes you vulnerable at that.
Yeah, because I don't know what your intent is. You get what I'm saying? Like, I used to like have a friend like that, and I'd be like, oh, you can't. Like, she was in a relationship at the time. And I was like, you're not getting solid advice from these niggas online. These people want you. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna tell you.
Some want you. Some are actually giving sound advice.
Responses.
But it's all opinion based. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get that.
None of it is facts. No, I'm just.
I get that. But what I was trying to just get her to understand is, you're running to social media to get an opinion, right? It's like, for instance, okay, my nigga didn't cook for me tonight. It's Valentine's Day. Then of course you're gonna get the response. Oh, damn, he don't really love you. Like,
he ain't fuck with you.
Yeah,
if that was me.
Oh yeah, that was me.
You get a bunch of dick riding motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're not getting solid advice from that situation.
Not. Sometimes you don't get solid advice from your peer, because I don't know what you have going on in your personal life. I don't know what you have going on in your personal life, and I might ask you an opinion like, yo, bro, my girl did X, Y, and Z, and you just fresh off a argument, you might be like, yeah, fuck that bitch, my nigga. And, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. The girl might be like, yeah, girl, fuck that nigga, because she just had a big argument with her significant other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to try your best to deal with that shit in private, but sometimes you do need a third party is necessary sometimes.
I mean, I can get that. What you think?
I think I don't know which one of y'all said that. Sorry, but you said like you run to social media for opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think you run this. And I mean, this we could be saying the same thing when I say this answer. We run this social media like just to talk to somebody.
Connection.
To code.
Like, it's like, because like, if let's dial it back, what's the sole purpose of social media? If we look
interaction.
If we look at like Facebook or whatever, what was the sole purpose of it?
To be connected with your loved ones and interact with them.
Or meet new people.
The sole purpose of Facebook when it first started was to meet somebody on another college campus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was college based.
It was college based
back then.
But then
wasn't Black Planet along with that?
Black Planet was
that's completely different.
That was completely different.
Yeah.
That was social media too, though.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
I didn't know if that was.
It was
like
one of the first
based.
ones.
Yeah,
no, it was one of the first.
Black Planet, then like MySpace. Those probably could have happened at the same time, but it was to connect with people. No, you're good. But it was like to connect with people that wasn't there. And then I always look at, all right, who created it? Mm-hmm. Mark Zuckerberg, right? And like, this is no shade or anything because he's But it's like, like how we view nerds back in the day, like people who didn't talk to anybody, wanted somebody to talk to, wanted to be cool. And now social media has made that.
I get what you're saying.
So now we all feed off of this. We feed off of a guy that was sitting in the corner his whole entire life, wasn't cool, and was like, yo, I just want somebody to talk to. So now when we run this social media, it's like, yo, we want
you just want somebody to talk to.
Yeah, I miss the times where word got around by word of mouth. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just me.
I just don't like the airing of dirty laundry. In the way
that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I hate that. That's nasty. That's nasty work.
It happens in different forms. Like throughout history.
Like I remember there was a trend where like
the mouth
it was so many trends.
First.
Yeah.
One of the first annoying trends, right, that I noticed is this was early in Instagram, where women would and it's not a dig on women. I just thought it was funny. They were like, yeah, I'm getting ready for bed, and they would post like a good night picture. But they posting it with like a face full of makeup, you feel me? Joints sitting out, pierced out the shirt, tight. You can see the joints.
You double tap.
I definitely did. But
I love the comment. Good night.
Good night, beautiful.
Right.
Good night, queen.
Wow. Drink with me.
That's not the point I'm trying to make though. But then they would
Girl,
turn around.
yourself so beautiful, shouldn't sleep alone.
But then they would turn around and get
It was
upset.
cold.
Then they would turn around and get upset about the attention that they received. And I'm like, well,
Was they really upset though?
I don't know, but I know like they would post like, oh, these niggas is in my DMs or like.
That's to hype herself up, to make herself feel good.
I know, I get that, but I'm just saying like it's
dumb.
yeah, it was dumb.
It's
Like,
dumb.
yo, you going to bed, face beat, you feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Talking about some good night, got the titties out, piercings all, poking through the shirt. You know what I'm saying? What you think was going to happen. So that was one trend. Then there was the trend of like the funerals. Remember that trend?
People was hosting funerals?
Yeah, I remember like everybody that would go to a funeral was just like they would post like, and I'm talking about post like the body and shit like.
No, I
wasn't around for
Yeah,
that.
me too.
No,
I
it still happens. I hate
it
that
still
shit.
happens. Yeah, like.
But it's like it's the grieving process, bro. I want you to know that I'm grieving. I want you to grieve
Yeah.
with me. I want you, like I'm going through something.
yeah, and then it was the crying shit. Like people,
Crying on live and shit like that.
People post them crying
Yo,
and shit.
you know what's the funny shit for me? Kendra actually told me this. There's a page on maybe I think Facebook or Instagram where it's like chicks where they start dating a nigga and they post the nigga in that on that page and like, does anybody deal with him?
That's
And-
actually a good idea for Baltimore.
No, it's not, because if I'm dating, I'm dating.
I need to know. Because you could be telling me you dating me, you just exclusively dating, and meanwhile you dating 10 other chicks over East Baltimore. So let me know up front.
Yeah, it was
I
like
like
a
that
page,
idea.
like they will post the niggas that they talking to and see if anybody is talking to them, know them, blah blah. Basically trying to get the scoop on them,
Right.
regardless
say-
of what he said to
Right.
you or what he
And
told
let
you.
me
And I'm
say
like,
this.
that shit wild too, though. But
And I'm gonna cut you off. Let me say this,
no, you ain't cut me off. I was done with that.
and I'm gonna just leave it here.
Ain't nobody ever gonna cut me
And
off.
I'm gonna look into the camera. I don't know which camera because we got multiple cameras.
Yeah, we got a lot.
We got
This camera,
so-
that camera, that camera. You'll never not date without the shit being 50-50. Like, people will try to date with wanting to know everything about a person or knowing what they're going to get into. It will always and forever be a gamble. I'm sorry to say that, but you will always be gambling your heart when it comes to dealing with someone else.
And let that pain go.
All right, but even if it is a gamble, don't you want to make an educated gamble?
And
Don't
you can
gamble
make
like watch the stats and read
You can
the
make
reports
an
and know who
educated
hurt,
gamble,
know
but-
who's sidelines.
Think about the women that were married to serial killers. How the fuck didn't you know? Well, what you mean? Like, he was,
That's ignoring red flags too.
No, I'm just saying, like, you just never know who you dealing with. You never know until you
But you
know.
can do your due
You
diligence.
can be with somebody for 20, 30 years, and then they wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I want a divorce.
Bro,
For that to happen, you know it's coming.
let that pain go, bro.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what else
It's
to say,
not,
but let
it's
that
not
pain
pain.
go.
I'm not, no, it's not pain. It's not pain, but I'm just saying you can never, like, people want to go into relationships making a logical decision, and you can't.
You should make.
I mean, you can make a decision based off of what you have in front of you, but you really just will never know what's happening with that person outside of the interactions y'all have. That's all I'm saying.
Interactions, though. The interactions from your point, just sound trivial. So it's like, so what are the interactions besides like getting in the bed, bro? You can't lay on your back forever. So there needs to be some communication. There
Shit.
needs to be some.
I mean, but you can get all of that, and a person still break your heart. That's my point.
I mean-
I'm not saying like that they have to cheat or they have to do something that's just crazy. I'm just saying in the sense that you're always going to be gambling your heart. It's never going to be something that's completely guaranteed. Nothing, and like you work with numbers, right? Nothing is guaranteed completely, right?
No.
Like even if you have something that's 99.999% of a chance of happening, it's still that 1% that shit might go left. Correct?
0.1, but yes.
So
Point
what
one.
are you saying?
I'm just saying people want to go.
Yeah,
People
Tom,
try to go
what's
into.
the
People try to go into a relationship wanting things to just.
So do you go into a relationship with like?
They want to know. They want to know. Like this is going to work, and it's like.
Okay, well then,
And you,
I mean,
you just not.
everybody-
I don't know.
that's something that's
everybody
gonna
going
work.
to every situation hoping that it works out, that
Right.
it pans in their favor, and
But I don't
yada
think
yada
life
You don't
works
yada.
say about a job or anything. You get fired tomorrow for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I've met people who just be like, well, it's got to be like this.
Yeah, I miss the times where word got around by word of mouth. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just me.
I just don't like the airing of dirty laundry. Like, in the way
that's
that
what I
we
don't
do.
like.
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
hate that. That's
But I mean,
nasty. That's nasty work.
It all. I mean, it happens in different forms. Like throughout history.
Like I remember there was
Yeah.
a trend where
word
like
of mouth.
it was so many
probably
trends.
first.
yeah.
One of the first annoying trends, right, that I noticed is this was early in Instagram, where women would and it's not a dig on women. I just thought it was funny. They were like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready for bed," and they would post like a good night picture, but they posting it with like a face full of makeup. You feel me? Joints sitting out, pierced, out the shirt, tight. You
Right.
feel, you can see the joints.
You double tap.
I definitely
There you
did,
go.
but
Like I said.
I left the comment. Good night.
Good night, beautiful.
Right.
Good night, queen.
Wow.
That-
Drink with me.
that's not the point I'm trying to make though. But then they would
Girl,
turn around.
yourself so beautiful, shouldn't sleep alone.
But then they would turn around and get
It was
upset.
cold.
Then they would turn around and get upset about the attention that they received. And I'm like, well,
Was they really upset though?
I don't know, but I know like they would post like, oh, these niggas is in my DMs or like.
That's to hype herself up, to make herself feel good.
I know, I get that, but I'm just saying like it's
It's dumb.
yeah, it was dumb. Like,
dumb.
yo, you going to bed, face beat, you feel what I'm
Right.
saying? You talking about some good night, got the titties out, piercings all, poking through the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What you think was going to happen. So that was one trend. Then it was the trend of like the funerals. Remember that trend?
People was hosting funerals?
Yeah. I remember like everybody that would go to a funeral was just like they would post like, and I'm talking about post like the
'Cause
body and shit like.
No, I hate
wasn't
that
around
shit.
for
Yeah, me too.
No,
I
it
hate
still happens. I
Yeah,
hate
it
that
still
shit.
happens. Yeah, like.
But it's it's the grieving process, bro. I want you to know that I'm grieving. I want you to grieve
Yeah.
with me. I want you, like I'm going through
something, yeah. And then it was the crying shit. Like people,
Crying on live
people
and
would
shit
post,
like that.
people would post them crying
Yo,
and shit.
you know what's the funny shit for me? Kendra actually told me this. There's a page on maybe I think Facebook or Instagram where it's like chicks where they start dating a nigga and they post the nigga in that on that page and like, does anybody deal with him?
That's
And-
actually a good idea for Baltimore.
No, it's not, because if I'm dating, I'm dating.
I need to know. Because you could be telling me you dating me, you just exclusively dating, and meanwhile you dating 10 other chicks over East Baltimore. So let me know up front.
Yeah, it was
I
like
like
a
that
page,
idea.
like they will post the niggas that they talking to, and see if anybody is talking to them, know them, blah blah. Basically, trying to get the scoop on them,
Right.
regardless of what he said to
Right.
you or what he
And
told
let me
you. And I'm
say
like,
this.
that shit wild too, though. But
And I'm gonna cut you off. Let me say this.
no, you ain't cut me off. I was done with that.
And I'm gonna just leave it here.
Ain't nobody gonna ever cut me
And
off.
I'm gonna look into the camera. I don't know which camera, because we got multiple cameras.
Yeah, we got a lot.
We got
This camera,
so-
that camera, that camera. You'll never not date without the shit being 50-50. Like, people will try to date with wanting to know everything about a person or knowing what they're going to get into. It will always and forever be a gamble. I'm sorry to say that, but you will always be gambling your heart when it comes to dealing with someone else.
Damn, let that pain go.
All right, but even if it is a gamble, don't you want to make an educated gamble?
And
Don't
you can
gamble
make
like watch the stats and read
You
the
can make
reports
an
and know who
educated
hurt,
gamble,
know
but-
who's sidelines.
Think about the women that were married to serial killers. How the fuck didn't you know? Well, what you mean? Like, he was,
That's ignoring red flags too.
No, I'm just saying, like, you just never know who you dealing with. You never know until you
But you
know.
can do your due
You
diligence.
can be with somebody for 20, 30 years, and then they wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I want a divorce.
Bro,
For that to happen, you know it's coming.
let that pain go, bro.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what else to
It's
say,
not,
but let
it's
that
not
pain
pain. I'm not, no, it's not pain.
go.
It's not pain, but I'm just saying you can never, like, people want to go into relationships making a logical decision, and you can't.
You should make.
I mean, you can make a decision based off of what you have in front of you, but you really just will never know what's happening with that person outside of the interactions y'all have. That's all I'm saying.
Interactions, though. The interactions from your point, just sound trivial. So it's like, so what are the interactions? besides like getting in the bed, bro. You can't lay on your back forever. So there needs to be some communication. There needs to be some.
I mean, but you can get all of that and a person still break your heart. That's my point. I'm not saying like that they have to cheat or they have to do something that's just crazy. I'm just saying in the sense that you're always going to be gambling your heart. It's never going to be something that's completely guaranteed. Nothing, like you work with numbers, right? Nothing is guaranteed completely, right?
No.
Like even if you have something that's 99.999% of a chance of happening, it's still that 1% that shit might go left. Correct?
0.1, but yes.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying people want to go. People try to go into a relationship wanting things to just.
So do you go into a relationship with like?
They want to know. They want to know. Like this is going to work, and it's like.
Okay, well then.
Everybody going to every situation hoping that it works out, that it pans in their favor, and yada yada
You don't say about a job or anything. You get fired tomorrow for something.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I've met people who just be like, well, it's got to be like this. It's got to be like that. It's got to be like this. And I'd be like, yo, just go with the flow. So what you're talking about is
expectations. Maybe.
I guess in a sense.
You're about to get into a whole nother bag.
No, I'm not going down that road.
No. I didn't say that you was, but I'm just saying like you're about to get into that bag and not fully. I don't know how far you was about to go into that bag.
I was done at that point. I was just saying. I just don't think you're ever gonna.
Let's get deep into it.
No, you go into.
We got the topics though.
I think you go into a relationship. You got to be vulnerable.
Absolutely. I'm not saying
being hurt,
and that's my point.
Part of it.
I agree.
And that's my but that's my point because I've talked to people who try to have all these restrictions, and I'm like, yo, no matter how you spin it or how you look at it, you're gambling regardless. So you might as well just go into it with pure intentions. And whatever happens, happens.
Just go into it with your eyes open.
You're not gonna not avoid certain things because you think this checklist is gonna help.
But that's just everybody's way of being like keeping that guard up to to soften the blow. Of or if.
No, I completely understand and I get that. I just think the point I was trying to make was just like, yo, just dive in. If you're gonna get hurt, you're just gonna get hurt.
Fair.
You get what I'm saying?
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, if you're gonna get hurt, you're just gonna get hurt. It is what it is. You learn from something. You had a good experience. Like I have a friend right now that's dealing with a situation that she's afraid of, and she tried to cut the situation off. Met some other people. They blew the fuck out of her mind. Like in the sense of like she was just like, no, I can't deal with this, and she went back to that individual. But that individual has a situation himself, which he is getting out of, but still it's like she's in the mix.
But that's her comfort zone.
No, I'm saying in the sense of like
sex good.
No, they haven't been physical, but he meets every requirement of hers outside of the physical part. Like he pays attention, he does this, It's like, and she was like, yo, I'm so scared. I'm like, well, you just gotta go with the flow. I'm like, whatever's supposed to happen is just gonna happen. You can't avoid the inevitable.
I mean, you know the person dealing with something.
Yeah, it's like
you shouldn't even intuition. You already know that.
No, I mean,
expect to get your feelings hurt.
Right.
But and that's what I told her. Like I was like, yo,
expect to get your feelings
even though you have evidence to support like everything he says that's happening with that other situation that's happening. He could wake up one day and be like, yo, I just want to fix my situation.
We said it earlier. Selling dreams, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could be selling you a dream, but you got to be prepared for that. But being scared and holding yourself back,
you just get out of it. But yeah.
Well, 50 Cent did a Las Vegas residency.
Shouts out to
and
that shit was fun.
A fan complained about the show that it was.
Did you see the clip?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like a Karen, but that like if you went to the final,
I saw the reviews.
But that's 50, bro.
It is 50.
Bro, like I went to the final lap tour. That drum was fire, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that's 50.
That's
what
50.
you expect of him to do?
Right.
He ain't came out with an album in years.
He ain't come out with an album in 20 years.
Well, not even just that. I think.
Let me say this. Now, if that was the same Karen, right, and she went to go to a Sting concert. They gonna sing the same songs that they sung 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Records.
And you gonna be okay with it. It's the same
Well,
thing,
also, not only that, too, I think you also gotta understand the type of artist you're dealing with. Like, if you go, you can't expect...
He's a hip-hop artist.
No, but I'm saying in the sense of, like...
That's still singing stuff from his first album.
Like, if I go to a rest in peace, DMX. And I don't even mean to bring DMX up, but let me change that. If I go to a Lox concert, I'm not expecting to see
pyromaniacs.
Yeah, or people dancing, or you get what I'm saying, explosions, or like I'm just expecting
50 is still in that realm of like real hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, and when I say real hip hop, I mean without the theatrics and all of the extras. Like, yeah, he gonna get up there, he gonna rap his set, and that's it.
But
like that nigga ain't tried to come out with a goddamn album or a song.
But
he got Stars Network.
Why is he doing a Las Vegas residency though?
Because they
go to Las Vegas, look for those shows with all the extras.
So listen.
Why they pick him?
You know why they picked him? Because 50 Cent has put himself in a realm to where those people in those avenues or lights or whatever word you want to use, saw him as a you know what?
Attraction.
An attraction. Like he's still
but at the same time,
but you gotta know your audience. Like you are coming here for this.
Yeah, but they knew what they booked.
I'm gonna say me as a person, I'm not expecting that. Like if
I go to Las Vegas, I'm expecting.
I'm still not expecting that because it's
if he's down here in downtown Baltimore, no, I'm not expecting that.
No, but at the same time,
I'm just not
if you are, so listen, check this out, and this is just me thinking logically. When you're in Vegas, right, you looking for something to do, and you say you went and purchased
That's a lot of money.
You went and purchased these tickets, right? You went and purchased these tickets. You knew that it was 50 Cent. So I'm assuming that, nigga,
I hate
what the hell is wrong with you?
That shit is retarded.
I'm gonna say this.
You have a common knowledge of this is 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You have a knowledge of his music.
Exactly.
You know who he is as an artist. So
I'm not
none of his music says he's gonna get up on stage and dance.
Even like, okay, I saw him at the Super Bowl and it was lights, cameras, action. Was he doing sit-ups upside down or something?
He was with other artists,
right?
And he did the same set that he did from what's the song? Go Shorty.
In the
club. He did In the Club. And he reenacted the video. But at the end of the day, know your audience. Know what you're going to see. It's 50 Cent. You're not going to see Usher. You're not going to see Justin Bieber. You're going to see 50 Cent. When have you ever saw 50 Cent do a backflip or do something wild on stage? You've never seen him do it. He do this. What he do?
I've also never seen him in Las Vegas. So what I'm saying is,
so you think
play to your audience.
So you think he gonna change who the fuck he is? No, they already gave me the bag. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do.
15 million for 6 nights, bro. 2.5 million.
For 15 million, he could have put 5 million into the show. Even if he put
to do what?
Yeah.
But to do what?
To liven it up to get more people to come. You could have doubled that 15 and that 30.
To do what? People that go see 50 Cent go to see 50 Cent rapping songs because they like 50.
Expecting a certain level.
I'm not.
What is the level?
I'm not though. But like to me, like I know what I'm getting from certain artists.
Yeah.
Like
what is
if
the
I
level?
go to Usher concert, I'm expecting to see dancing, some theatrics, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to a Lox or 50 Cent concert, I'm just expecting
They rapping.
That's all I'm expecting.
But from my experience with the Final Lap tour, like 50 had all that stuff. He had dancers. He had a live band. He had lights. He had pyro.
Right. So
like he had all that stuff. He had all that in his set, and I'm pretty sure he had it all in his Vegas presence.
So this is my question.
So it's
to you.
just that one fact.
This is my question to you. Did he do a backflip? Any of
No,
that?
he did
No, I'm
this.
not saying backflip.
Did this all night.
Yeah.
Looked to this side of the crowd. Did this
I
all
don't
night.
expect him to do anything. I expect him to just rap, but I'm saying it should be things going around the visual.
What do you think, Jeff?
He did this one night. He did this to the side. He went to this side. Like,
That's it. So that's her fault.
yeah, that's on that just one person.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I wouldn't.
You went to the show with high expectations.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
you ain't never seen 50 Cent do a backflip a day in your life.
Yeah.
This particular individual probably wanted this nigga to rip his shirt off or some shit. I don't know, but he getting too much money to do all that weird shit. You know what I mean?
But we're gonna take a quick break.
sure
We're gonna come back with our last and final segment. As always,
Like, follow,
and subscribe. We'll be right back.
Man,
Yeah.
son.
All right, y'all. We back with our last We back with our last and final segment. We're gonna go ahead and continue this, and we're gonna close it out. What we got next, Leah?
All right. So the boy, aka Drake, drops a new freestyle.
I hate that fucking name. The boy.
Grown ass man to the boy.
The boy.
That's his name.
That boy.
The boy. Yeah.
Oh, that boy.
That's what he calls the boy.
Oh, that boy.
Wait.
You a grown ass man.
All right, we gotta think of the freestyle. Apparently they said it was leaked, like, because it sounded.
Yeah, the conductor leaked the freestyle. There's a few things. Hold on, I'm gonna get. It's a few things, and I'm gonna let y'all get y'all bag. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened.
Did you listen to it?
Now, did I get everything that was said? No. Did I? Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
I listened to it. Yes.
A snippet.
What Kevin Hart said? Ooh, my pussy hurt. That's what he sounded like on that shit. But anyway, one, I feel like he's using the conductor because he can't use Alchemist. The conductor is like a product of Alchemist. I mean, he has his own style, but
why can't he use Alchemist?
Alchemist is with the other side. Remember, Alchemist did Meet the Grams.
Oh,
he did that beat. So I feel like that's one thing. I'm like, why do you keep running?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. What?
It sound like a goddamn.
Well, because he did a beat for him.
It sound like that. Meet the Grams sound like a Mob Deep. What's the song?
Yeah, that's what it's from. He mixed it. He mixed it.
Okay,
keep it
so
thorough. Keep it thorough. Yeah, he mixed
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not tripping. Go ahead.
Alchemist is from New York, but
no, Alchemist is from LA.
No, he's not.
No, he is. He was. Look him up. He was born and raised in Beverly Hills.
He's Alchemist.
Producer Alchemist from.
Like, well,
I believe he's from New York too.
No, he's from New York.
Even still, if I tell somebody a beat that's beefing with you,
Beverly Hills, California.
Nah, bro, he's from New York, bro.
He's from California. He talks about it all. I'm a big Alchemist fan. I know
from New York.
He's not from New York. He was born and raised in California. Went to school in New York. He got with Mobb Deep, and then he made the songs that he made. But that's one. I feel like.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you good. I feel like he uses conductor because he can't use Alchemist. They kind of have a similar style. I don't think he said anything in the song that was spectacular. Same kind of cadence he normally uses for his raps, which I'm not mad at. But I'm like, nothing was noticeably different. Like, I think after coming off a beef that
stand corrected,
that crazy, you gotta come with something.
I'm sorry.
You gotta come with something a little better than that. And I think one of the biggest things with Drake, he's always been vulnerable with us. So he's saying something he's already kind of said before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust people. Niggas done switched up on me. Bitches done switched up on me. The situation happened and blah, 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 blah.
Drake need to get a girlfriend and settle down for a year and just relax.
I think he should have just disappeared. I mean, some people really enjoyed the freestyle. Me personally, I don't think he said anything that was too crazy. There was some bars in there that I liked, yeah. But ultimately, I don't think he did anything that was like...
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, yeah.
Whatever.
What about you? How y'all feel about it?
I was wrong. Alchemist is from Beverly Hills.
I feel like he's gonna enjoy your time in New York though. He's very New York.
Yeah, he got a New York vibe.
He went to school in New York. He left because remember, a lot of people don't know Alchemist was a rapper. He had some songs as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a child, teen. Moved to, I think he went to NYU and then eventually dropped out, and then he linked up with Mobb Deep, and then it went from there.
Got it.
But go ahead. What you was about to say, Keith?
I mean, I heard it, and unfortunately, like, I love Drake as an artist, right?
Me too. I think he's a good artist.
I do. I ain't gonna never take nothing away from him as an artist. Like, I love his body of work when it comes down to music.
Body.
I said body of work.
My fault. I ain't had to work, but.
Yeah, I bet you didn't, freaky nigga.
You know, he got a V12.
Yeah. I love his body of work. But I just honestly think he needs to take a break. Like, you gotta let this shit die down a little bit, and then you come out with a song. Each song that you come out with, it can be bars on that joint. It's gonna sound like a reach because They Not Like Us is not died down at all. The Super Bowl ain't even come yet. Like, it has not died down. Kendrick is still on tour. Like, just chill for a minute. Like Leah
He's
said,
going on tour.
find you,
February,
find you a
I would
little,
love to go.
like, just, lay low for a little bit.
He coming on tour like after the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah,
right, literally right after
that
the
shit
Super
gonna be
Bowl.
fire.
Who, Kendrick, right? Yeah, like,
and
just,
performing in Toronto.
You know how to ride the wave.
yeah, just chill out for a little bit. Like, you up. Like,
Yeah, I think.
like, people want music from you, I guess, like the hardcore Drake fans that hate They Not Like Us because they are hardcore Drake fans, like they know him. But sometimes there's a such thing as, you know what I mean?
I think that's hard. It's his profession, guys.
Yeah.
This
It
is
is.
his job.
Yeah, put the music out. It's gonna get streams.
We don't live in an era like that anymore where you could kind of just disappear and then pop back up. That era, I think, has been long gone. I think the first person that kind of messed that up was Wayne. And I say that because Wayne was so consistent. He was on everything. Right? Pause. But then people started kind of following that trend. Like, nobody... Like, remember, back in the
Wayne's
day...
situation was different.
No,
he
it
had
was.
two different situations where he disappeared.
No.
So when he came out with like 500 Degrees, then we didn't hear from him. And then 01 came, and then he came out with the Carter, right?
Right.
And then his next time he went away, that wasn't his fault. That was his label situation.
Right. I understand that. But I'm saying he
It was because
created...
a nigga made you go in the cover. You know what I mean? Like, a nigga
Yeah,
ain't
but
make
I'm
you
saying
go tuck your tail.
in my perspective of the situation, his consistency, because he was successful with the consistency he had from like 04 to about 2010,
Something like that.
maybe 2011, depending on how you look at it. A lot of people follow that formula, and then with that formula, then we were introduced to social media. So now people want to stay consistent, and now they want to be seen. Because prior to that, we didn't see artists like that. Prior to
Stay
social
relevant.
media. Right. So with the Drake situation, I think that's just what he kind of trying to do. Is like we live in an era now where you kind of have, like, even like for instance with this show, right? Me taking a week off, essentially, I'm not saying it's gonna hurt us, but it could hurt us in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't post nothing this week, and come the next few weeks, of course we working and I'm gonna be posting shit, but it becomes that game eventually, and I think that's the realm that people. He probably makes so much money off of social media and everything he do that he gotta kind of keep going. And we don't know what them contracts look like. Maybe in the contract it says that. Maybe in the contract, like, yo, you
Like,
gotta,
you're supposed to produce
you gotta be
this,
seeing
a
like,
lot of
content within the
songs,
week. Yeah.
and
You just
or
don't know.
albums, yada yada yada.
So maybe, and now I'm thinking like maybe that is like, because essentially if I'm him and I'm going through that situation, that's what I would do personally. Like, all right, I lost this battle. Niggas is making fun of me. Let me
lick your
disappear.
wounds.
Let me go.
Yeah, lick your wounds. And
But maybe with the
come back.
contract I signed, I can't disappear.
Because I'm projected to produce X, Y, and Z amount of
whatever
albums
contract
and or
I
singles.
physically signed, I
You know
have
what I mean?
to
So-
be out here.
What you think, Jed?
I mean, I'm not discrediting anyone's point, but it's like, bro, this is his job to make music, to get in the studio. I mean, he's probably got a shit ton of unreleased music from the time
Yeah,
that
we saw that with the 100 gig shit. Yeah.
it was like the beef started till now. And it's like, all right, bro, like at some point I gotta speak. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
I'm supposed to
absolutely.
just stay here and like just
You know what?
hit over the head.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, like this is my job. This is my like it's like equivalent to let's use LeBron James. He have a bad game, two or three bad games. He can't not play. You still got to go out there and produce.
Well, that's why I said like. It's,
So I agree with that.
It's enough-
So he probably gotta. He still.
Yeah.
This is his job.
yeah.
He
It
has
could
to-
be. I mean, it could be a number of reasons. Like
What
you
you
said,
think, Lee?
it's his job. It could be that he.
20's talking.
No,
It's
you
his
over
job. It could be like you said. He wanna. The contract may have him in a situation where he has to continue on making shit. It could be. I mean, in my mind, either way he doesn't win. Cause it's like you stay consistent and people gonna say, oh, the music not good or this not good.
I don't-
You disappear and niggas gonna say you didn't tuck your tail, you didn't win the house.
Yo, and that's
So-
and I
so
think
it's
that's
like-
a form of social media. I'm not saying that They Not Like Us is not a good song, but social media has hyped it up to a height that is unobtainable, and now you got to figure out how to get up here, and you down here as far as the public eye. So you got to, unfortunately, as an artist, you have to gain their interest again.
Just release good music.
Are we saying Drake don't release good music?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the last couple of things he released wasn't hitting, but I'm just saying just go back to like everybody will forget that you lost if you start putting out bangers.
They won't forget.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with taking a break. I know what y'all saying about the contracts and everything else, but okay, if you're allegedly worth $1 billion, like you can feed the business for a year while you reset, get your mind together, go into the lab and actually make something people want to hear. I mean, instead of rushing some shit out.
Give us a take care too.
Yeah. If we been completely honest, right, and we parting, I'm a part. I think he really just hurt by the whole thing.
Yeah. Which is why you need to take some time off.
Which is why I think he reacting the way he reacting. I think
he's reacting like a badass child.
I wouldn't even say a badass child.
That's my opinion.
He's reacting like somebody don't like. To me, he's reacting. He's reacting in a way that somebody new to the business will react. Like, for instance, in this scenario, we rappers, right? I'm just getting on. You, the Drake of rap, and you like the Kendrick of rap, right?
Kendrick?
Yeah.
Bet.
I'm excited to work with y'all. We in the studio. We sharing stories. We kicking it. We talking shit. We, everything. I'm like, yo, these niggas cool as shit. Yo, these niggas my friends. They my friends. Friends.
Not friends.
Right? Friends. 2 weeks later, I get an invoice from Jeff. Jeff talking about, damn, Jeff, 150 for the verse? Like, damn, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, we friends?
I thought we was friends. I thought we was friends, right? I didn't work with you. Same thing, I get an invoice. Damn, fucking Keon want 250 for the verse. I thought we was friends. We spent 8 hours in the studio talking shit, drinking liquor, smoking weed, whatever the case may be. And I thought we was really homeboys. And you like, I understand I was gonna have to pay you something. I'm not saying I wouldn't pay you nothing. But I'm just coming into the game. Oh, well, then now it's fuck you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, these niggas, fuck them. Bro. Now, I'm gonna react. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm throwing little slight disses here and there. And I feel like that's how Drake's reacting. Like, he thought this shit was just purely entertainment. And now that it got personal, now it's like,
I feel like it's the opposite take from that. Like, not that scenario is different because his is, we was in the studio and you sent me an invoice. His is, no nigga, I made you all this money by giving you a look. And
it's the same concept. It's
and now where you at? But I feel like this, what
you mean? He made Kendrick?
He put Kendrick on the song.
I wouldn't say Kendrick would have been Kendrick without Drake.
He gave him a look though. He gave him a look.
He gave him a look. I completely understand it.
He wasn't selling as much until he got on.
Kendrick's first album. Look. We already talked about this. Kendrick's first album, Section 80, before he got put on with Drake, had already sold over 100,000 copies. Kendrick would have been Kendrick regardless without Drake. He still would have been.
100,000 ain't a million, bro.
Right.
Oh my God.
He did give him a look.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he did not.
I don't know how true this is, but
I'm not saying he did not give him a look. He absolutely gave him a look.
He boosted.
So his mindset is like, how dare y'all niggas like?
And like Drake done put everybody's number one comes from Drake, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm putting you in
you niggas,
putting you in the stratosphere, and it's
again, you thinking we friends?
But what I'm saying is
we're not friends.
That's cool. What I'm saying is, bro, like. I gave y'all this platform that y'all, nigga. I'm the reason why the money is in the rap industry. Yeah.
But I think that's asinine, bro. Like to think. So that's like saying like.
That's why 50 Cent. Like if we going back to the beef, that's why 50 Cent was like the whole game situation. It was like, bro, like that's why they had asked him a question. He was like, yeah, that's why I went at Jimmy Iovine because you gave it the okay for Game to diss me, and then you funded him after I done made y'all all this fucking.
So
money.
these numbers don't lie. Like I'm address what you said, right? First week sales of Section 80, right? Did 5K copies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he didn't have a Drake. You know how long it would have took him to get
That came out before
these-
the Drake look.
I don't think that would have
That
taken
came,
long.
Yeah, it came out before.
it came out
Yeah.
before the Drake. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it did 5K copies first week, right? Kendrick went from crowds of 500 to his first national-wide tour with crowds of 15K. His next album after the tour with Drake did 242 first week. You know how long it would have took him to get to that? I'm not saying that he would not have gotten there. I'm saying
got a boost.
without
That's
a
what I'm
nudge and a push, it would have took him a whole lot longer to get there. Like, yo, you got to give people their credit when they credit is
I
due.
disagree with that because
Bullshit.
No, hold on.
Bullshit.
Let me
I call
finish.
bullshit.
Lil Wayne gave Drake the
Let me
stage.
finish. Let me
Drake
finish.
was gonna be
Let me
Drake
finish.
regardless.
Have Drake work with other artists?
He's
Yes.
working with everybody.
All right.
And he's gave everybody number ones. He says that.
Key Glock. Where's he at now?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But name all the people he
Hold
put
on.
on.
Joey Badass. It's-
Joey Badass is like amazing. What are you talking about?
He's
on TV
amazing.
shows,
He's on TV.
fashion.
But as far as music,
and
who's
music.
listening to Joey Badass?
He got his own.
I listen to Joey Badass.
Yeah. He's on a song with Drake.
All right, so like, all right.
And
Okay.
he stopped putting out music for a while. He just, matter of fact, we can into some of that. He just released a dope ass freestyle.
He said he did a song with Drake. So that's showing that Drake
But
will
he's-
up your
he isn't up.
up your status.
He isn't
You
up.
got,
though.
all right, so if
He might not
I,
be up in your circles, but Joey
But
Badass gets respect.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm just saying if we talking about the same trajectory that Kendrick is on now.
so if I give you an opportunity and you don't take advantage of it, whose
Right,
fault is
then
that?
what?
And I'm not saying like the artist that you named didn't take advantage
Right.
of it. Let me say that. I'm just saying in general, if I give you, all you need is an opportunity. So if I give you the opportunity, if I give you quote unquote the Drake boost, and
Right.
you don't
drop the
capitalize,
ball, then that's on you.
that's on you.
But I get that aspect. But to say Kendrick would not have been Kendrick.
We didn't say
We didn't
that.
say
None
that.
of
We're
us said
saying he
that.
capitalized off of
Yes.
the Drake boost. He got the Drake boost.
I'm not. That's
Yeah.
hold on.
We listen. No, hold on. I got you. Because what Keon's point was, he was saying Kendrick will still be Kendrick, but do you know how long it would have took you to get there?
Right.
But now you have this boost, and it's like, all right, bro, look, I'm gonna give you this boost, catapult you. You go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, that's all we saying. And I
And
just
that's what he
said,
did.
Lil Wayne did the same to Drake. He took him on the tour. Nobody knew how he was stuff on the grass.
No, I get that.
But he
I
always
get that.
gonna be Drake.
I respect that. But all right, to get back to our original point, I think the issue with the whole Drake the beef in the situation is that Drake goes into these situations thinking some of these people are his friends.
That's cool, but like I think the other part of it is like, bro, like I put you on, I helped you out, and then it's like, bro, it's Drake against the whole fucking industry.
Yeah.
It like you got one person going against everybody.
Yeah.
And like we sitting here and saying that the motherfucker lost, it's like, come on now, bro. And then it's not even on top of that.
I mean, he lost the battle.
Then it's on top of that. Then it's like people that you close with in entertainment. And it's like, yo, I gotta see that too. Like, come on, bro. Like a nigga gotta have some type of feelings.
I'm not saying
Like
he
he's
should-
gotta be human,
Okay,
bro.
That's why I
I
said you need to take a break and reset.
I get that aspect of it too, but at the same time, I'm just like, bro, if I didn't come into the business with you, meaning like,
That's the thing. All these niggas came into they didn't come into the business
No,
with
I'm-
Drake,
I'm-
but they got the Drake boost.
no, I get that, but I mean, in
And
the
now
sense of-
everybody at him
I get that, and I'm saying this. This
you
is what
saying
I'm
he should
saying.
take it personal because he didn't come.
because it's business.
That's one aspect of it, but like us, right? We came up together, so there's a different type of emotional attachment I would have with y'all versus meeting someone that was already in, or I didn't grow with them that come into the game. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for instance, like we are at the Wire Tap. Let's say we met another podcast called the Diamond Podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
They cool, we know them. All right, we kick it with them, cool. But at the same time, I'm gonna expect them to do what snakes do. I'm not saying they snakes, but I'm not going to be surprised by anything that they do outside of or trying to manipulate our situation. You get what I'm saying?
I'll give you a different perspective to look from, right? So let's say pick any label company, right? Let's pick any big name. Let's think of like
Def Jam.
Like give me like Rockefeller or
Oh, you mean like
Def
okay.
Row,
Yeah,
give me something like that, right? So what do those artists do? They mainly just pick one of it, like somebody from another camp, bring them on or whatever, and then like they ride up. Or you get like, let's say, Bad Boy and Junior Mafia. What you get your homeboys, right?
Right.
Them niggas never pan out, right? No disrespect, but like they never pan out. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
So what did Drake do? He invented a formula where it's like, all right, let me go out and find the hottest nigga in every city, put him on, keep myself relevant. And in return, you know, like you shot him out or whatever the case may be. And then like it's like, all right, I gave you your dough, right? I got you your love, got you your number one, boom. Now you go ahead. And then now all of a sudden you get big headed and it's like, I'm not saying that this is the case, but then you taking shots at the throne. It's like, come on, bro, I put you on.
What's your position?
And then if you look at how Drake does it, Leah talked about how Wayne brought him on. So what did Drake do? He always give thanks. He always give thanks to Wayne. He don't take no shot. So now Drake is like, yo, this is how I do it. It's like, yo, I take the boost and I give thanks to the guy that put me on.
Okay, so all right, I get what you said.
And then has Drake gotten that? But I'm not saying that he hasn't, but I'm just saying
and let me speak from this perspective because I get what you're saying. Okay, you do that, right? Because Kendrick is no. It wasn't like what he spoke on was unknown, right? Let's go back to the Control verse.
Right.
Okay. You a sportsman.
Sure.
Right? Let's say me and you hoop together. Like, we grew up hooping together. We respect each other's games, right?
Yeah.
At no time when we on that court are you going to be like, oh, that's Tony, that's my friend. No, you're going to try to...
That's your component.
Yeah, you're going to try...
Opponent.
What'd she say? Component.
It's this goddamn wine Jeff bought you.
I'm going to have to try that shit.
Yeah, tricky. That's why I stopped.
But you say, yeah, that's your component. The who?
I'm educating y'all.
We're going to clip that up. But that Control verse was telling people what type of time Kendrick was on. And it's like, yo, we are cool.
Get off your phone.
That was Hank shit. My fault.
Oh.
Shout out to Hank. My fault.
Is that a walkie-talkie, bro?
It's my.
It's coming from his watch.
It's coming from my watch.
But damn, I lost my point.
That's your opponent on the court. So you saying?
Oh
like,
yeah. So that was what the Control verse kind of did. The Control verse was like, look, bro, I fuck with y'all niggas, but I'm a rapper, you're a rapper. I want to out-rap you niggas. Y'all come with y'all best, I'm gonna come with my best. As many names as Kendrick had mentioned on that Control verse, only one person kind of took that personal, which was who? Drake.
Meek Mill.
No, Drake took it personal. I mean, that's an argument, but as far as when it went to like I remember
but
it
that's
was
his choice to take it personal.
Hold on.
You faulting him for taking it personal?
I seen it. I was gonna say, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I was gonna say, I don't remember the dude's name, but it was a sports show that had Drake come on. And he was like, yo, there was a segment we couldn't post, and he was going in on.
Oh, Marcus Wiley.
Yeah. So it seemed like everybody else was just ready to rap, and it seemed like Kendrick was like, I mean, not Kendrick. Drake was like, yo, what's this about? It's taking it personal. And I get what you mean. It probably came from the situation of him, you know, helping him extend his career. But at the same time, I don't think.
Bro, I put it like this, right? This was y'all podcast.
Right.
You bring me on, and then let's say I get elevated to a level, and then I hop on a Diamond podcast, and then I'm like, hey, fuck them over at the Wire Tap type shit. Bro, you gonna feel a type of way.
I'm not saying we wouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
You gonna be like, oh, don't take it personal.
Right, it's just business.
They're like, no, bro.
I mean, as far as with the public I see, yeah, it's just... I'm not... That's not me. You know what I'm saying? If you was to switch up on... Like, yo, we personally know someone that switched up on us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm
just
not,
using it as an example.
Yeah. I'm personally not going to take it personal. That's just who I am. It's like, all right, if Jeff wants to do that,
it's not
personal,
one.
but you say it's
not one. It's not one. It's actually two. But we'll.
Yeah. So
okay,
it's like,
but what I'm saying is,
and what Leah said,
and then
yes.
if now I go on the Diamond podcast, and then it's like every time I get on, I'm
I hope
throwing
that's
some.
not a real
I hope it's not. Yeah, I hope we not shot. XYZ podcast. If we shoot,
and that might be.
I don't even want to say the no name. The said pod.
Yeah,
right?
the said pod. And it's probably a pod.
God, if we just talking about that, right? If we just talking about that, and like every time I get on, I'm throwing subliminals at the Wire Tap, bro. It's going to hit at you, and you going like
react.
You going react, and then it's like what, like, and then like the said podcast blows up. And then, as you already said, you can't take no week off because then you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose your people. So now you
gotta work.
You gotta work, like bro. This the job. So it's like nah, bro. I think what we've done, and I think that was part of the lawsuit. And I think 50 Cent touched on it on his interview. Sorry to name drop, but it was
Curtis Jackson.
Yeah, but it was like Kurt. Everything is just being funneled and pushed against this one dude because he's been on top for so long. So we want to see the fall of a giant.
Is it that, or is it because of what
we hate winners?
Like, not even that.
I don't
like,
think we should.
And this is my last point. Because like the one argument I had with people online when they talk about how Drake put Kendrick on, is that may have happened, and Kendrick may have had every intentions on being cool with Drake, but something happened to where they don't like each other no more. And it's like, yes, Jeff was on my podcast and he went somewhere else, but I may have did some fuck shit that, you know, that had you leave to go to the Diamond podcast. You get what I'm saying? So it's like people, as human beings, we are allowed to change, we're allowed to transform, and whatever. But we're gonna end it here because we run out of time. It's already midnight. Leah looks sleepy.
Hey, no, I don't.
Yes, she did. Keon picking at his beard, rubbing his head. When he start doing this, he tired.
When he start fidgeting with shit, you know he tired.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it here. We'll be back next weekend.
Each other's flaws.
Yeah.
Just observe
Wait till you see this rap beef I come out with.
God damn it. I've been watching too much SVU.
Hey, yo.
Nothing but a pee on.
But we'll be back next week with episode 36. And next week we are having, actually I gotta double check, but we're supposed to be having 2 divorced people come on and talk about their experiences. One from a male's perspective, one from a woman's perspective, and where they went wrong in their marriages and what they could have done better.
Male, female. You say male usually.
Male, female, whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
If you got any questions for them, leave them in the comments.
And as always,
if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and comment. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Wire Tap. God damn it.
Happy belated birthday, Tony!
Yeah, shout out to Tony. It was Tony's birthday, y'all.
I'm 34 because COVID wasn't a real year.
Give me Hollywood.